I think we're live. Oh, I could have done the intro first.
You go on. Why does it have to come out back to front, you bastard?
I'll tell you what, let's run the other one whilst we're waiting for people to pull up. Salute. We are gonna, let's bring it back a bit. I'm just sharing the stream and waiting for people to pull up.
And he blend to fit the room. Well, it's funny that the punk jumped up to get beat down in a brand new and but blend to fit the room he in. The nerve of that. Because when you choose your approach to people based on skin color, well, there's a word for that. Without rudimentary helicopter. Everything set and aligned and perfected over years of obsessive design. What you were building was ingenious and way ahead of its time. The only problem is, Tom, we couldn't get it to
Right. Thank you.
Outside the yard is where Manor Park.
If you haven't seen these battles yet, Nobody's chat VOD available. The link will be in the description.
But even though you see the revelations at the end of the New Testament, everything. I said, finally.
VOD available for Prem. Home Invasion.
You don't know me.
I've one due to drop soon, right?
Due to drop soon. Briggsy needed a day off today.
Hardest working man in the game, bro.
Shout out Briggsy, shout out Hello. Second watch class. Who's this?
I said it's Rivers versus
I like this guy. This guy's
alright, you know.
He's kind of cold still.
River Sachi, I hear his name is.
I hear something like that.
It was huge, stylish walk versus Rivers. You can read it down, I fear none. You fired a shot for attention with Rivers. Now I'm up in your boat with that flare gun. What's your spinning
Go in the background, she's loud.
Back when Instagram first introduced videos on the app. Back when Snapchat launched and it used to show the block. And we couldn't work out if the logo was a ghost or not. Back when Periscope was about to grow and pop. But this era is battling in the age of the new Twitter feed. That means we're fully gonna expose this crop. Because Rivers, what's your legacy? Let's go.
Shout out Mo, putting another great performance yesterday.
Mr. Free for Free.
Yes, it was. All right, I think we'll. I don't know, can't cut it on you now.
They need to give his hip more surgery. That's why his PG steps not the cleanest yet. But he can look perfect. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. He ain't the trick. He ain't got a piece on his hip. If he's supposed to be like he had a different place, it's because he recently dead. This is why I never told no about hip twisting.
All right, we'll let Crash get a bar out.
Even if I was in a wheelchair, I'd be rolling down the road trying to do a drive-by. Was this the killer you said that come kill me? Cool. I guess I'll let you the Grim Reaper. I'll fight death. Tell him I'm a chin sweeper. Fuck 6 foot for you. I had to dig deep for you. Been deep for me. I've been evil, respected, held accountable. You've been me, brother. Well done up.
All right. To see any more, you can go and watch the trailer on No Loose Chat. Is currently on the channel now. You can go and see the trailer, but definitely, if you haven't seen it already, go and get the VOD. 13 battles, 2 days, 4 potential classics, couple that are, I'm pretty sure, are certified, but time will tell with classics. But definitely worth the money. Do not wait for the YouTube drops. There's 13 of them. You're going to be waiting a long time. Get the pay-per-view. Go and support. Also, like I said, we started with the Home Invasion Premier Battles and Rap is full last weekend. The VOD is out for that. Go and get that now. Support. And yesterday was Undisclosed 2 up in Manchester Premier Battles. The VOD will be available for that soon. And we were saying Briggsy working super hard, took a day off yesterday, a much deserved day off. So the Da-di-da VOD will be out soon. Look out for that. Cop that too. Support. Yunan Villis. Wagwan though.
What's good? Listen, Yunan's hungry. He's ready to go again.
Oh,
still.
Facts. Yunan.
He's ready to go again, man.
This is Sunday Roast. So stream link is in the chat. We've got a few things we want to cover. I'm sure you've seen the title of today's stream. We're going to get to it. We've got a few topics. Rivers and Moke was fire. Facts. Moke, the software historian. Evening, boys and girls. Looking forward to Neil on Saturday. Facts. Sean Cray, salute to you. We'll definitely be pulling up to Neil. Looking forward to that. And in fact, let me pull up the card and we can talk about that at some point. Yunnan was fire, without a doubt. Salute. Oh, shit, we got Rivers in the comments. Shout out to you, bro. You did a madness the other day. I'd love to get you on the show. Would love to get you on.
Nah, man, fuck that guy, man. He's too big for himself, man. That's not Rivers, that's Riversace.
That's Riversace.
He stole Rivers' account and now he's just out here, you know?
Wow, Rivers Spurs.
I try.
Black tea was nice. Black tea was super nice. Yeah, facts.
Who's that, my bro?
iKid. Salute. How you doing? Hit me up yesterday.
Bro.
Yeah, man. If you're around, I just dropped the link in the comments.
Get some time.
Pull up.
Him, bro. He's probably with little princess in it, so he might not be able to. But if you get some time, bro, come on in. No, we do.
Okay. So yeah, a few topics that we're going to get to this evening. But yesterday, we had Undisclosed 2 going down up in Manchester Premier Battles. Now, I took a little road trip with the No Loose Chat family, or with some of the No Loose Chat family. No Loose Chat was in the building.
Yes, sir.
Snoop was there. I rode up with, oh, shit, okay.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
How you doing? Hold on, let me fix
good. I was just chilling. I was like, oh, she's gonna bring me in at some point. I'm good. Like,
1 second, 1 second.
Yeah.
I know I've definitely got an audio issue. Hold on. Let's do this.
Selector.
I can throw these on if I need to.
Oh, no. It was my issue.
Got you.
I had my audio coming through my headphones, which aren't plugged in. Now it's coming through the computer, so we can both hear you. How you doing, Crow?
Yeah, very good, very good. I had an amazing weekend, so yeah, I'm stoked, to be honest.
Yeah, I was just getting into that. So took a road trip up to Premier Battles yesterday. Surfer, salute Temper Surfer. He did the driving. Riding shotgun was YD and me and Paris in the back. We were late. We were very late. And we missed Crow's battle. I was so pissed.
I know. I was on like second, so it was kind of like, yeah, like, you know, a few people missed it, to be honest, who were coming to see it, but like,
yeah,
there was still a good crowd there, and like, I was just ready anyway. I just wanted to get my shit off, so it was like, you know, it was all good, really.
Yunan, salute.
What's up, my boy?
What's going on, Yunan?
YD, how you doing? Links in the comments if you want to pull up visual. How you doing? We're talking about you and your battle. How's it going?
My boy.
Man, how you doing? Do you want to do me a favor and turn your camera to the side? Is that possible?
Let's get some landscape going, bro.
Yeah. We can just get the coordination. And then, all matching now. It's so cute.
There you go.
Salute. Caretaker, you have been missed. We missed you last week. All of a sudden, bro? In the middle of last week's show, how did we, I can't remember, but it was like, oh my God.
Where is he?
Where the fuck's Troy? And I think
Troy?
I sent you a message because it's like, Troy don't miss roast. Is he okay? Is everything all right? I reached out because I didn't see you here. So, in fact, I saw you yesterday. I could have said that when I saw you, but obviously I'm so used to talking to people through a screen, I don't know how to communicate in person anymore.
Don't worry, you're getting better. We're working on it. You're getting there.
How the fuck are we all? Bizzo, much love to you. Bizzo is sick in bed with
COVID.
Yeah, you have said this publicly, haven't you? I'm not airing out your business.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it online. I've seen it online still. It's public knowledge.
Hope you're good. Shout out a wiretap. Support the bro.
Big up. Throw your W's up. Throw your W's up. Wiretap. Come on.
Yeah, wiretap. At the wiretap, he was up reporting from Premier Battles last week, so go and check his home invasion recaps on the channel. Yesterday he was not able to go 2 weeks in a row up to Manchester. However, he still has recaps of I think every single battle on the card and interviews over on his channel, so go and check those out, as well as copying a pay-per-view or the VOD, which is out now. Crow, do you want to tell us about your battle? How did it go?
Yeah, you know what? Like, it went amazing, to be honest. I just felt like so much more than my sort of tryout battle. I felt like super focused going into it, and like I was just ready to rip his head off. I was just ready. So when Briggs came up and he was like, "You're going to be on in 5 minutes," I was like, "Yeah, cool, let's go." And then we got into the pit, and we hadn't spoken about it being judged at all beforehand. It had never been mentioned, And yeah, Bloodstroke came up to me and he was like, "Oh, do you mind if this is judged?" And I was so sure of myself. I was like, "Yeah, defo, let's do it." Like,
yeah,
so,
confidence, man.
Love it.
Yeah, it was great. It was really great, and like, yeah, just like shit popped like right the way through all my rounds, and yeah, I couldn't have hoped for a better response, to be honest. I think I like turned a few heads and shit. So yeah.
I was fortunate enough to hear the material before. You know what I mean? Not all of it, but I think I'd probably say like maybe 60% possibly of
something like that. Yeah. And Tommy had heard it before as well.
Yeah, what I heard was I just knew like going there to create a problem, because he's very advanced for the stage he is in his career, isn't it? So
thanks, man. And just I just wanted to show out, like, first time on Premier Battles, that's like, you know, where like some crazy, you know, people love bars there and stuff, and so I was like, yeah, I gotta show out for this.
Yeah, I knew with that material you definitely would, bro. Definitely. 100%.
So it was judged. How was it judged?
So they didn't film the judgment there, but I was given the result. I think I got like all the judges basically. So you know what I'm saying? It was like
Shout out to you, catching bodies out there in Manchester. It sounds like. Sorry, Tidal, if you want to jump in, the link is in the comments if you want to defend yourself.
Tidal's a nice dude, man. Like we chopped it up afterwards and stuff, and it's always respect because you're in this for the competition, so you just got to go for the throat. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so we got along afterwards. It's all good. I was like, yo, it's nice to not have to hate you no more.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful feeling afterwards. Even like if after me and Yunnan battled, like Yunnan bought me a drink. It was nice for us to just have, the cool feeling rather than all of the intensity. Finally, it's over, innit? So
exactly. You've done it. You've done it. You've done the job. You've
that's it.
Whoever came out.
And especially when you, I guess, go through a war together as well, it creates, where you've built up that all that aggression and tension and hostility.
100%.
Then you've, laid it all out, and then you can all shake hands and have a kumbaya moment.
Rivers. Sorry to interrupt you, bro.
Go ahead.
Go on, bro. Go on.
Tommy, please speak.
Matt,
I think you must have cut out or be getting a lag or something.
He can't hear us. I don't think he can hear us, because I'm on a cliff edge right now. What is it?
Either that or it's like the weirdest ever interrupt. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Just shut the fuck up.
Can you hear us?
I can hear us, Yunnan.
Mic check. Yeah, Yunnan can't hear us.
No way.
He's just nodding in agreement. Tidal got a crazy rebuttal game from what I remember. Did you get, were there any rebuttals?
No, he's
connection went crazy.
He rebutted one bar.
Crazy on my end. I'm sorry, man. But
he's got a delay.
Yeah, I think you've got a mad delay.
I click on my last. I just wasn't.
Oh, where's it gone?
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yes, Yunnan.
Can you hear us?
The thing is, though, we might be responding to him, and he said this fucking 10 minutes ago, though.
Come out and come back in.
Right, I'll finish saying what I was saying. In terms of the rebuttal thing, I was hoping he was gonna flip way more of my shit. I was hoping for it because I actually went first. We didn't even flip. Flip the coin. He was just like, "Oh, do you want to go first?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's just go." Because I just felt like my rounds could beat any rebuttals he had. I was like, it doesn't matter really. But I was hoping he was gonna do more of that stuff. He did a flip in the third, but it was clearly a pre-med because he knew I was gonna talk about the whole spitting incident for his on beat battle that he had. Yeah. So I knew that if basically I put it in my third anyway, just in case he had gone first, then he wouldn't have had a chance to rebuttal it. But because I went first, he ended up getting to say he just prepped a thing about how I don't know, something about he was gonna wet me up more than his last clash or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty cool. But
yeah. Too little, too late at that point.
Exactly. At that point, it was already game over.
Yeah. So what would you say? I know you probably don't know what's next for you, but what's on your scope? Like, what kind of, is there an opponent, or is there any type of thing that you want to do next? Like, you want to be on a certain card, or?
So obviously I'm battling Pam this weekend, Pam.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying to me, you showed me the Pam flip. Yeah.
But also immediately as we finished the battle, LS Dean ran over to me and he was like, "Oh, how would you like to, battle me at the next Undisclosed or something?" So
shit.
Called out straight away. Him and Stroke came up and they were like, "Right, we're gonna put you on the card or whatever." So I don't know if I'm supposed to share that, but they came straight up and asked me, and then and then
outside the bag.
I'm definitely
that's a sick battle. Still
tweeting it out now.
And I had 3 MCs come up to me and say they wanted to battle me. So we'll chop it up. Let's go.
Who?
Yeah, we can.
You still got a lag.
Yeah, I think you're lagged about 5-10 seconds.
Visceral says, yes, Crow, you were sick yesterday. Fully.
Big up, man. Thank you so much, man. I got a lot of love in the room. It was real cool. Like, I had people coming up to me afterwards going like, yo, I think it was Benny's friend or not Benny's, Bizzo's friend or someone like that came up and they were like, yo, you got to check out this text I sent to my girlfriend. And it was like, there's this American guy who's so savage. He just like killed this dude or whatever. I was like, let's go, man.
That's what you want, you know?
Something to write home about.
Yeah, exactly that. Something to write home about. A performance that's so good you have to tell your girlfriend who doesn't even care about battle rap, but you know,
he doesn't give two shit. He just
has to share it.
You're not fucking some other chick, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Kick in the building.
Kick Nene, shout out to you. Was also in the building yesterday. Man said Benny, haha. Was it Eunuch? Were you the one? Oh no, sounds like my bro Jake. Don't take that.
Yeah, I think it was Jake. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, he was nice. He was real cool. He said that you you couldn't come, so you gave your ticket to someone else, and he came with him. Yeah, cool, man. They were nice guys.
Sean Cray is saying this, and I was kind of going to say a similar thing. You've got options. I wouldn't even be accepting challenges. You're going to be in demand now, so you can plot your own journey.
Facts.
My question for you is, where do you want to take it?
Yo, I don't think I thought that far ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to show off and basically show that I could rip some heads off. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So
D-Mac, I can't let you just get that off. Sorry.
D-Mac's already thrown in. Nah, respect. Yeah. Hey, look, listen, I want people to see my battle and then like, you know, and suggest some shit. Like Mav put up a really good suggestion of like me versus Lester. I love his style, so that would be fire. I'd love to battle that guy. And yeah, so who knows, man? I might get called out a bunch of times before I get to pick my next battle. So
it's true what Sean was saying. There's so much options now. The games is very fruitful. Like you could plot a path and avoid a whole bunch of opponents that you don't really need to battle now because there's so much opponents everywhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, and the talent pool is growing. It's crazy now.
100%.
And you've just named a really sort of diverse bunch of, like, there's a range of options, and there's so many more that you haven't even named as well. And like, there's just, like you say, there's so many options. Celesta, I like that. That's interesting. Celesta was also battling yesterday. He battled Impact. What did you think of that, Celesta? Well, what did you think of the battle? Obviously, you must have been impressed.
The battle was dope. I really fucking enjoyed that. And you know, from a personal perspective, I think that Celesta took it because his rounds were way more tailored and like nuanced. Like they were really, it was real interesting to watch. And he's got a really cool, like, fresh style as well, I think, which is exciting to watch. And you know, Impact is really good at what he does. Like he's really dope at what he does. But I just don't think he tailored his shit like enough to what Celesta had personally.
Yeah. Do you think he underestimated Celesta?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would have been the main mistake that could have been made, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, because I don't even think he seemed like he had ring rust or anything. He's battled pretty recently anyway, but he did his thing and he was really good at it. Like, and his projection's great. His multis are nuts. Like, you know, he's really good at that Impact style, but it's just Celesta's kind of a different beast. I think you kind of have to deal with him differently because his style isn't that conventional. I don't think, you know.
You're right. It isn't. He is quite sort of he is a little unorthodox, and he has a really interesting way of sort of using humor and comedic timing. And I think he's fine tuning that more. He's honing that skill sort of more. I think sometimes I've seen him and it hasn't quite paid off, or it hasn't gone the way it's wanted to. It's thrown off the pace of the battle, or it's sort of thrown him off a little more. Yeah. Yesterday he looked a lot more polished.
For sure. And he had a couple of stumbles, but he still played them off real what. The thing is that I think with him, I don't want to say too much because there might be some shit that I can use about him in the future, you know what I mean, or exploit. But I just think like what he did really well in this battle and in this setting was Impact came out and he was delivering everything really loud and like in that same kind of level of energy, and he really flows up and down with his energy and like can like bring like he'll bring his volume down and bring people in closer and before a punch and shit like that. So he's real good with that shit, and I think that's probably because he's a musician like outside of rap, so he thinks about it slightly differently. But yeah, it wouldn't necessarily work in every environment. Like so.
Yeah, Lester was definitely impressive. Yesterday, he had his mohawk was definitely that for sure was impressive.
It looks good.
Yeah, gave him that edge. Yunnan, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. You're just like quite lagged.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, your connection is really delayed, I think.
Do you believe in the parallel universe?
What?
Yunnan's my boy. We go quite far back now, so
yeah,
it'd be good if he was on here to chop it up and shit. But thank you, Bizzo, man. I like you, man. You're a good dude, and you got great bars, man. So best of luck in this next battle, man.
Bizzo versus Crow down the line. That's another one. Like, there's
I don't know.
Lots of options.
Bizzo might win that title and have to do a few.
Well, down the line. That's what I'm saying. There are options. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are options. Busy might be Bozzo. Like, what am I trying to say? Bizzo might be busy for the foreseeable. He may Biz Crow. Yeah. It's one that can see. The scene is so healthy right now. Scene is so healthy. I wanted to ask while Yunnan was there, obviously bring him in the conversation, but you saw Yunnan battle at No Loose Chat 2 weeks ago. You were literally jumping up and down with buzz and excitement and hype for his performance. Yunnan came and tore up the fucking stage.
Went crazy.
How did that sort of affect you then going into this battle?
That weekend, I'll tell you what, like I was already excited just to drop my bars and shit because I've been sat on some of this shit for a while and I was ready for the battle and shit. But that No Loose Chat event, honestly, it got me fucking electrified, and I'm a passionate dude, and like I came out of that like, yes, fucking battle rap is back. I'm gonna fucking go and tear this guy's head off. And like, so I was like so ready, like I was charged up, ready to like compete,
Yeah.
Tommy just fucking, it was a masterclass. Like he's honed his style so perfectly so that it's not just what one expects of like a Yunnan performance. Now he's punching like every fucking bar, and you can't beat that shit. It's crazy. Like, it was just fire to watch.
Yeah, it was literally punch after punch after punch, and just the intensity building, and then it was nicely paced and
humor.
100%. He's like he just that was like we saw on that weekend, some of the vets really fucking showed up. Some of the new guys really fucking showed up. But that, like, Rivers and Yunnan really fucking proved their vet status, if you know what I mean. And like, it was, something crazy. And neither of them were going up against bad guys. Like, both those guys did well. Like, but yeah, it was just too much for them.
Salute CEO NYHD. Oh, look at me getting it all out once.
Yeah. Usually you say something else.
I normally fumble every time. I forget that it's CEO NYHD.
And
I just fuck up. It's just too many letters there for me to just get wrong. So of course I do. With the talent pool getting bigger again, the next era versus era card needs to be a 2-on-2 one. I like that. However, I do think when it comes to I love the era versus era concept, and I think that should be, just in my opinion. I don't know quite where I don't know where No Loose Chat are taking it, but in my opinion, I'd like to see that be like an annual event sort of on the back of the process finals
100%.
as well. Like I think that like the way they timed that, the way they planned that out was perfect. But 2-on-2s, I like the sound of that, and I really like the last URL 2-on-2s, the double impact where they had the rookie and the vet on one team versus another rookie on vet and vet. I love that concept, and I think it does so much for
Both.
the two involved. Yeah,
100.
for both battlers. You know,
I've seen these rookies pair up with guys and bring the best out of the vets. Do you understand? And I've seen these vets also show these rookies what they need to take out of their style in order to perform on the bigger stage and that. So yeah, definitely, I would like to see it.
Yeah,
I think we was online talking about maybe the people that had battled each other teaming up.
Yeah,
as a two. You know what I mean? I feel like that could be a good idea, really and truly. But
Moken Rivers versus Georgie and
Georgie. That's a nutty
Tally and Tech, or Surfer and Rivers, Yunan and Surfer and Rivers, Surfer and YD,
yeah, like all of those teams make sense, like in a big way. So
it was like, they're all good matches anyway. So even like as against each other or together, they still match in terms of what they can both bring to the table. So I like to see it. I'd like to see it. Even if you mixed it up and put a few different names together, I would still like to see it, man.
Yes, we'll get back to that in a second. Crow versus Kojo is the obvious suggestion in a couple battles time. Would like to see Crow on No Loose Chat next, though, maybe against the Tech. Ooh.
Spicy. That's a spicy match. I mean, hey, look, I really want to go on No Loose Chat. There's no question about that. You know, I also don't. I want to prove myself in any league I step on as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect to just be handed the fucking keys. You know, I'll take off anyone's head and show that I deserve that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got that warrior thing, man.
Love it.
See, that's Yunan's people. So you know, like the warrior essence is strong in Crow. Crow, did you do that finisher that you were showing me?
Yeah, I did do that shit. Yeah, that shit. Oh. Yeah. It popped. It was nice. It was nice.
The battle's not out, but I'm sure you can show us. I'm sure you can show Jen the finisher, because I said this might be the best finisher that I ever heard anyone have.
Oh, shit.
I'll try. I'll try and do it. So what was it? I was like, mad pressure. After this, you see a change in tide like bad weather. Then anyone can get rocked like the crack era. And when I catch a body, I just leave a black feather and a note that I wrote with it saying you should rap better.
You know, because he's Crow with the black feather and that.
That's crazy. Leave my black feather.
Come on. This is why I'm saying you'd have to repattern it every time for every opponent. But I feel like that's it's a strong finisher, man.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. That's what I wanted to write an ender that was like rap, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of guys in the acapella game who can't, or you know, there has been a lot of guys who can't rap, you know what I mean? And like I come from a background where I do that shit. So like,
I love it. Crash says, I threw my 911s, my Air
Air Force 911s.
Air Force 911s.
Yeah. That's like I was telling Mark the other day that I checked my credit score and Experian and it was 7,971, bro.
The problem with 2-on-2s is that there isn't enough genuine duos in the UK, which is why we kind of, you know, there aren't, but there could be. There could be. There aren't many right now, but those pairings, you know, look at the battles that I want to get to that a bit more. Yunnan and Crow versus Rivers and Mo. Shit, Crash.
That would be spicy.
No, I'll be real. Me and Tommy have talked about doing a 2-on-2 at some point. So what I wanted to do was you know, get a few more stripes before that was a thing. But we're boys, so we've got that chemistry.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Defo Kickhouse has improved because of Arsenal. Facts.
100%.
And I think in those situations, the vets also learned some shit from the rookies coming up, because you know that new blood brings innovation, brings new ways of doing things, slightly different, you know, adaptations of what the vets have done themselves. So it's an energy or an ideas and information exchange on both sides, and then generally you get the best of both in one performance, hopefully, or that's the idea.
I did a 2-on-2 before, and creating for a 2-on-2 is so much. It's so different because you're talking about somebody could say a word in the line that takes the context away from you saying it. Now you can actually get the bar off in the way that you want to, and that it's so crazy, isn't it? So if you add that, the know-how of that on top of that, like a natural chemistry, it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's real crazy, isn't it? So
mic check.
Are you back in the game, Tommy?
Yo, I don't know if it don't work this time.
Tommy's got the delay.
All right, let's see if we can. Roots versus Yunnan. When I've seen that question a lot. I've seen your name. Mackenzie, I think, said he's looking at a Yunnan battle. He'd love a Yunnan battle. Who else did I see yesterday? Also said Yunnan. Like your name is hot in these streets. Like, how are you feeling after the VOD has been out? What are you thinking about next moves? Are you chilling? How's Yunnan? Wait for it.
Yeah. Got this.
Let's go.
Wow, this is a long delay.
How much of a delay is there when I speak, man? How much can you hear me?
It depends on whether or not you said that when you first logged on or after she asked the question.
Oh no, that's why I tried to add one long question. So
no, I thought your technique was great. Technique was amazing. No one can take that away from you.
Delivery was A1.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can answer a bit for him. I know that. Well, I mean, I was watching the other day on that roast when Georgie said he wouldn't take him unless he was getting a bag or the title up for grabs, because he said he didn't want that level of smoke off of Yunnan unless that was on the card. So that's where that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I think Georgie also did say not immediately, like it's something that he would like to do, but not straight away, if I remember rightly.
Tommy is a mountain. That's what I'm saying. Tommy's a mountain.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I came into battle rap, I said I do not want to battle Unanimous and I do not want to battle Chris Lees.
Yeah.
They both have a certain force to their delivery where it's like you have to accept it or you have to match it, or accept it. You understand? You can only hope. You can't outdo it. You can only hope to try and contain it somehow.
Yeah.
It's too much. So I could imagine coming up, there's a whole bunch of maybe confidence, great performances you want to put in first before you stand in front of fucking Tommy. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
And I think
he's a beast.
Georgie as well. So he had the Moat battle, then he went in between. Yeah, he had the Anarchy tournament. Yeah, he did. He battled Leicester, then Moat, then
Sam
Hypes, then Bobby Rex, then Tony. Now he's got Quill. Like, I think he said he's taking some time off.
I think he needs to.
I think he deserves it.
I think it's a good idea for him, to be honest, just like recharge his battery and shit. It's not like he's writing bad; he's writing amazing, but he doesn't want to oversaturate. He's given people a lot for the last year and a bit. So
big facts.
Exactly.
So that's important. Knowing when to stand up is cool, but knowing when to sit down is cooler. I think.
Yeah. Let them miss you.
Yeah, that's it.
Let them miss you. Era versus Era really made me feel bad for sleeping on the process. I believe No Loose Chat had the right people at the helm, but thought the wheels would take longer to get rolling. No Loose Chat wasted no time. They suffered during the pandemic, suffered heavily. And I think one of the things that they suffered from was the process not being able to have a crowd. It had very small private crowds due to, the government lockdown restrictions. So they definitely... the energy that was there was immense. Like, the people that sort of were following it and were involved knew, the potential that could come. And I think the battlers themselves, this new era, are exceeding those expectations.
I believe, like, not even to cut you, but I believe, like, the fact there was no crowd.
Yeah.
Remember what we said about all of this new era? They're progressing very fast, and it's because they haven't had. Sometimes having a crowd gives you like maybe a false sense of security where they maybe cheer.
That's really interesting.
maybe they've cheered for something that isn't as good, and it gives you this kind of confidence in that level. Where there's no crowd, then you realize your level has to be higher. You're trying to improve faster in it. By the time the crowd comes back, you're on a level that you probably wouldn't have been on if you was around crowds every week. You would have got lax. You would have thought, okay, this is enough. You know what I mean? Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But
That's really interesting. Like, it's one of those things where like, how much do you let the audience dictate what your content is?
Exactly.
And yeah, you're right. Yeah, it sounded like Iron Solomon. Yeah, somebody. I swear to God, someone commented on some shit that I was like, on my debut battle on Don't Flop. Someone wrote that I was like Copper Solomon or some shit. I don't know, like, like that. I was like,
I was gonna say, yeah, I would have said Giant Solomon.
You know what it was? They said Aluminium Solomon, and that's fucking funny.
Aluminium.
I like the fact that Cross is aluminium and not aluminum.
Aluminum.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
Aluminum Solomon.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a
That's
tongue tie.
hilarious.
Aluminum.
Aluminum Solomon.
This is aluminating. Right. Yeah. Well,
fun for multis though, I bet. Aluminum.
Yeah, for sure.
Aluminum Solomon. I couldn't even say it. Okay, I just read that. Yeah. And a new round of the process is just about to get started as well. I think that's what I wanted to say on the lack of crowd. I think all around, sort of in terms of global battle rap, where we've seen these small crowds, I think we have seen an acceleration in across the board in that new class coming in definitely in terms of writing.
Lyricism.
Yeah, because the small crowd, you know, it's put that focus on your pen. Actually, how much filler do you have? How much is just crowd pleasing stuff? How much is, you know, is just for reaction type thing? So I think everyone has benefited from that. We've had a crazy class in the US that came out of the first Ultimate Madness, who are over there now tearing shit up on a regular basis, you know, every couple of weeks. So I guess actually I should have thought about this, that it was logical, you know, we have great talents over here.
Yeah.
So the same advantages they're getting or, you know, the same sort of influences over there are going to be the same ones over here, and we're going to see similar sorts of results. And it just, it's great to see. Yesterday, let's go back to yesterday. We talked about both battles. You saw, were you there for the whole event? Did you see?
Oh, yeah, I stayed till the end. I didn't want to miss that shit.
Yeah, but because I didn't see the earlier battles, I only saw the last two. Do you want to give us a little rundown of the so obviously it was your battle. Oh, okay. Boski and Yannis, how was that?
That was fire. Really good. Yo, Boski smashed it. Like, I think Yan was even like really good. I really liked his first, and when he spat his first, I was like, okay, you know, like he has a good chance here. But Bosk was just overpowered him straight away in the first. Like, he was fucking funny. He really had the crowd in the palm of his hand. And
vet shit.
Yeah, it was really clear, like, his experience then, and also it was clear that he had like prepped really hard for it. So like, I think it was probably the best Boski I've ever seen. And then I think that Yannick made a few mistakes. Like, his second round was kind of like real serious, almost kind of struggle bars and shit. And it was just the wrong move because Boski had already taken the crowd to this other place where they were laughing and just like almost like more like a party atmosphere. And so Yan's second kind of sunk. And then it was, you know, by then I think like Boski already was 2 up. So it was like, you know, he was going to win no matter what, but he just kept strong all the way through. And I thought Yan was good, but I think he made some strategic errors, basically.
Yeah.
I fucks with Crow's breakdowns, you know.
Right.
I fuck with him because I like the way I know being up there what he means about the party atmosphere, where it's like once it's in that place where it's like, hey, if you can't compete with that, you're gonna struggle here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
And Yana should know because usually he's in the party atmosphere saying, hey! So,
but like you said, strategic error.
That's it.
You know,
maybe gambled or maybe he could bring a seriousness
different,
that Boski couldn't.
And didn't pay off.
No, Not this time. It was real. It was a really good back and forth, though. I really liked it, but I just thought, yeah, it was a clear Boski win. And in actual fact, what was that one I had to? I think that was one I was actually a judge for as well. So I think, I was judging. Yeah, so I gave you the Boski in it. Like.
Love Jan, but why did you think struggle bars were going to work in that battle? D-Max says, Yanef, struggle bars.
Yeah, it was though. Yeah, it was. He was rapping nice. Like his flow was dope. He was spitting angry, but it just was the wrong choice. The wrong choice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to know like one of the bars that Jan said. The thing about Jan is, I've always told Jan, it's like he was born with a microphone inside of his chest already. His projection that he has naturally is very loud. It's like, yes, Jan. Yeah. So it must be crazy to see him proper barking some struggle shit in Bowser's.
Yeah. He's got a good scary voice, man. You know, he does. Right.
Well, I'm here for it. I'm definitely going to watch that on the VOD, which is available, will be available in the next very soon.
I wanted it to come out tonight. I was ready to tell fucking everyone to check out my battle.
But it will be coming soon. And yeah, did you see? So Robin HD versus Cooper. There were 2 Academy battles, only one of which went down. I think Rubik's forfeited on Hailey G, who I got to meet in person. Lovely.
Whoa, guys! What do we mean by forfeited? What are we talking about here?
He no-showed, and he like didn't even text saying what he was doing. So forfeited.
Oh, so basically he ducked.
Yeah, he ducked. Yeah,
he ducked.
He ducked Hailey G. He ducked her. Walked in when she was spitting her bars to Yanef.
Now is Hailey G Lizzie C's cousin or what? What's going on here?
Yeah, they're keeping it like hella Celtic and shit. But yeah,
yeah, there was some. I think
she was a cool girl. She'd slowed her delivery down from that original thing that we saw them with, so you could hear more what she was saying. I think like. You know, there was definitely some funny shit, and she got people laughing and stuff. I think like she could work more like on like with her pen game or whatever, like making the bars a bit more like intricate and stuff. But she definitely has taken on board the kind of like comments people made from the last battle and improved from there. So I think she's going to keep evolving, and I think she could end up being real dope. So that's cool.
Yeah, no, shout out to Hailey G. It's dope to see a woman active in the scene. Talking of women active in the scene, I met the Queen herself, Joy France, who was in attendance in the building. I think she was also there last week. Shout out to Joy. She didn't get to battle last week. I think.
Was she meant to be on the card, the Irish card?
Yeah, she was on Home Invasion. I think JPEG didn't. I think he ducked. He ducked Joy.
Low definition JPEG.
Yeah. Yeah, Rubik's is an unreliable asshole, says Nick Kelly, Kick Nelly. It's not the first time he's done this.
He's got previous.
Yeah, he's got form. Sean Cray says, totally agree on the small arena. I've only battled once. The idea of battling in front of no crowd seems way more intimidating. I always say when there's no crowd, all your flaws are on show. You've got no room for error.
I put the last comment up.
No. Yo. D-Mac versus Joy France. Set it up. Oh my god.
That's like
I want to see it still. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to see it because I know that D-Mac ain't going to take. No, I got D-Mac still. I know D-Mac ain't going to take no old prisoners. I'm telling you. Respect to Joy France here. But
that shit would come up with like a content warning on social media, I swear.
Definitely.
Trigger warning, content warning. Yeah, are you over 18?
Yeah.
Like, man's actually got smoke for it as well. Man put out the smoke emoji.
D-Mac, crack me up.
Salute to D-Mac all the time, bro.
Salute to you, D-Mac.
Go
and check out D-Mac versus Soul Jitsu on the VOD. Battle, crazy battle.
That's the energy right there.
Facts. And yeah, so that I think Robin HD versus Cooper. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah. Now that was real good actually. But like both of them back and forth, like really good. I thought Cooper just really surprised with his.
That's downright rude, Kick Nelly. That is downright rude. Yeah, hopefully some people don't know what dignitas is, but I the fuck do. Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah, that would be fucking amazing. You got smoked by Joy.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm going with Joy, man. Joy was smoky,
He's a legend, man. He's a legend. But
yeah, the outcome of that battle will definitely be joyful. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
One way or another.
Yeah, but Kupar was, anyway, just to finish that, Kupar was he had really good projection. He was very confident. I think his confidence like definitely won the day. He had he had bigger pops as well. But like generally both of them like earned a place to rap again on Premier Battles 100%. But I think Kupar, he really like surprised a lot of people because that was his first in-person battle and no one expected him to be able to deliver to a crowd like that. And he was really good and really funny.
Oh, dope. Shout out to them. Again, Academy battle. So these guys coming up through the tournament and through, the ranks of Prem. So yeah, great to hear that.
Crumpet.
Joy versus D-Mac would be the coldest battle going. Fact, shout out Crumpet in the building. D-Mac says Joy is fire. Yeah, love to Joy all day. I Kid the Cyborg. How's it going, bro?
What's going on,
Good,
Shadow?
man. What's happening?
Boy.
Man had to jump outside to Bonazoot, there's no lighting out here, man.
I hear you. How you feeling, bro?
I had to find a lamppost or something.
Hey,
man's cool, man. What you lot saying? That was too weak, man. There's one of them energy saver. I live up in Fulham, man. These rich people, got them energy saver street lamps, like.
If you stay there, we kind of got a little light on
glimpse.
you there.
Yeah.
You were under that one.
Now he's gone to the dark spot. You. Yeah, you might need to turn around.
Got what we have.
Sure,
hold up.
The
car. It's getting better. I'm walking into some light zone.
Unexpected. Kid, you battled on the Era versus Era card, which the VOD is now out for a couple of weeks ago versus Villain. What's the feedback been? What what's the word on all right, we're just having.
Oh, we got another non-starter here.
We got
another on-live one.
Yeah, as soon as we get to the good questions, we just
you you with us?
No,
oh shit,
the good
questions.
Don't turn this on. No, fuck my life.
You with us?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, my life. Fuck my life. Okay, cool.
Stop.
I was trying to log on to see the comments and shit, and yeah, it's fucked up.
Go on.
In the right hand side.
Oh shit! There's comments in private chat. Okay, thanks.
No problem. Kid, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, look.
Wicked.
Kid. The caretakers in Fulham, man. You the caretakers in Fulham, man. You lot link up.
Yeah. Ben's in Fulham, man. I just moved up here.
Yeah, shout out Troy.
How
you feeling after your battle? What's the feedback been? That's what my question was.
What's the feedback
after the VOD?
Like the whole VOD as a whole, not even just talking about my battle, the whole thing is mad. I've watched it like 3 times over already. You get me? Man was in the kitchen today. I watched the whole event from back to front. Yeah, it's just madness still.
Yeah, no, it does have a lot of replay value. Every battle has replay value. It gives you so much. 13 battles, great performances on either side of the Era versus Era debate. What I wanted to get into,
for real.
Rookies versus vets. I was hoping Enigma would jump on because he he gave me a score. He commented. So obviously, Moke and Slester had their wins over Premier Battle yesterday, and they underneath the recap of their battle, Enigma had commented the vets are now, or it's rookies 9-8. So I asked him for a breakdown. So I'm like, damn, that's a lot of battles.
Sounds like 15 battles.
Yeah. 17 battles, 9-8, 17 battles. No Loose Chat had 13. There was 2 yesterday. So where are the other ones? But yeah, it just right now, rookies are doing some shit. You got vets having, great performances. Or maybe actually, okay, so also Crow then. Hold on, was that a rookies versus vets?
Versus Tidal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been around for a long time. He definitely hasn't earned a vet status, but
I think
that's not me. I'm not still battling him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being mean, but I wouldn't say he called himself a vet.
Yeah. But I guess in terms of
I can see it for it. You say,
but I guess even if we look at it as an era versus era, isn't it? Could you?
I would say that. I think to a certain extent.
Let's take it out of isolation and let's just look at the new era as a whole. If we take, yourself.
Title's been battling since 2016, so it's some kind of.
That's as long as me.
Some kind of era thing in it. Like
that's as long as me.
Have to mark it off then, so maybe that's what they mean as well.
Yeah,
they've added Crow in there as well. So
so there's only one battle then that I'm not. They've added Crow, so there's another battle that I'm missing as an era versus era. But
but Crow, they're claiming you, but you're not claiming them, fam. Why not?
Are you claiming new era?
I'm a free agent. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here to.
When was your you?
No, but it's fair to say he is new era because
if you want to put me in a time period, like my first live battle was in December. So,
but the thing about it is that I've known Crow for years.
So I've been around. So
it's been around. So man can't even see him as a person as new era, just as a battler.
But as a battler, so new era is not a gang that you need to be jumped into, or
Nah.
But just when I use the term, I kind of use it neutrally just to mean the new class coming up.
Last couple years, new class,
which is to fire new battlers. That's great. Like if people consider me to be a fire new battler, let's go. I'm down for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Crow is Sting from WCW. He ain't NWO, so he's out on his own.
Yes.
I don't know who Sting is.
Sting is basically. Have you seen that film, The Crow, with Brandon Lee?
I don't.
No.
Yes. Yes, I have.
You have.
Yeah, but I feel like there's just
Sting is a wrestler based on that character or something, or that character is based on Sting the wrestler. One of the two.
I don't understand the whole new world.
I think he's saying I'm metaphorically like him because he went out on his own in the WCW.
Okay.
So that's just you're like the Lone Ranger.
But
you're not part of any shit. Like you're just Crow. I'm not new era.
Like me versus Pammy, that's some real era versus era shit because he's a fucking OG in this shit. So that's definitely that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like I said, if we look at
the
new era, or if we look at the guys who have been, the new crop, if you look at the guys who have come out in the last couple of years, what do we think about the sort of strength and quality of the up and coming talent artists in the scene right now?
Are you asking me or iKid or just
throwing it? I should direct it to a person. I'll ask iKid first.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think? I think it's probably been the heaviest competition we've had from an era that's come all at the same time, and that could be good and bad because that could mean that the ones who ain't really right there are not really gonna get the time of the day to make it as big as the ones who are already there right now. Do you know what I mean? Like our time, yeah, there was less battlers. So the battlers who weren't really right there, they had the time of day to battle and to get there. But it's like there's gonna be a few forgotten in this era. Do you know what I mean? When the next era comes, some of them might not make it to battle the next era, guys. You know
But
what I mean?
that's what it was like in 2016. That's what it was like in 2012. Like people dropped off. That's why you ended up with people who
you got like I kid. You got to think like how much people from the time when you came Gab and I was doing my thing are still there.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. So they
no
got to
more
realize
Fiora,
that
there's
as
no
well.
more this, there's no more that, there's no more the other. You understand? Like it's a different time of day now, and I think every year it slims down. Like you survive from your era, I survive from my era. Understand? There's always survivors.
But also, I mean, if there's a larger pool, and a lot of them are, you know, doing really well, then that should mean we get, you know, if we do lose a few who it probably wasn't for anyway, you know, there's still a, you know, there's still a really healthy side.
It's a healthy core. So there should be like at least a 5, 6, 7 that are.
I'd say even more than that. And we'll get to that. But and also, you know, I think there is still, you've got the academy going on, you've got the process being announced soon. Like this is not like a sort of, I think now we're starting to see a real continuation of growth rather than just an odd spurt here and then nothing. Considering we just had the pandemic as well, which I keep bringing back to, I think it's a great thing. And obviously, so vets have also been putting on some of their best performances. We've talked about a lot of the new a lot of the era versus era vets. I'm hearing Quill had a great performance at Home Invasion. Shuffle T had a great performance.
Who did Quill battle?
Quill battled. Yes. Oh, yeah. Who? Lazy Ass Jack.
Oh, that must have been mad.
Yeah.
Lazy apparently really showed out as well. So I think it was. I think it's going to be a good one to watch.
I fuck with Lazy, man. South London, come on.
He's a really cool guy, actually. Yeah, he's cool.
I've had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times, and I do fucks with him. So yeah, I definitely want to see that. But yeah, like everyone is sort of putting in work, and you know. From both ends of the age spectrum. Why did I say it like that? It's a really weird way to say it, isn't it?
Both ends of the age spectrum.
Like I'm talking about diabetes or something.
Yo.
I don't know. Sometimes I talk a lot and sometimes just absolute bollocks comes out when I'm trying to say something really simple. Sorry. But yeah, if we're talking about a top 10 active, I like lists and I like sort of looking at, you know, who's hot right now.
Okay. What's hot and what's not?
He's so hot right now.
Jen's top 10 on what's hot.
Oh, God, that just sounds so cheesy and so.
But but you know, we want to build a little table and make people fight for their spot and make someone pissed off and say, "What? All right, what's your man next battle then? I'm gonna be number 1 on that chart." That's what we're
talking about. So are you gonna give us your list, or are you gonna give us a list of people who are in the running for that list?
Trying to help. She wants you to help. She wants you to help compile the list.
Well, yeah. What I want to do, so with you guys, with the chat, generate a list. We may not come to agreement at the end of it. We don't have to, but just talk about. I want to have the conversation about who are the contenders for that sort of top 10 active right now. I want to look and see how many of the newer era, how many of you know, and obviously there haven't been, we've got a lot of battles coming up still in the coming week. So I think this is something that is a fluid thing. It's not, you know, but just right now where we are, Sunday, 8th of August, who are contenders for that top 10. I'll throw some names in. I'll think of maybe some of the most active recently. I'll say Bizzo. Tony Robinson. What the fuck?
Tony Robinson.
So, and I want to say Georgie Roots. Why am I saying Tony Robinson?
Yeah, I missed that battle. I wasn't there for that.
Who's
That
Tony
was-
Robinson?
Yo,
Tony Robinson versus Georgie Roots.
No.
I think that sounds like an old, like a fucking children's TV show presenter or something. Like he used to do like
You
Blue
made
Peter.
me think I ain't been watching battle rap for the last 3 years or something. Like,
Yo, Tony Robinson up in this bitch. Let's go.
Tony Robinson. Why does that ring a bell?
I think he is an old presenter. I think
But ain't nobody-
Yo, I think he's from like Blue Peter or some shit. I bet.
he's from that age. I don't know if he's Blue Peter, but he's definitely from my childhood.
That
Oh
is
my
the
God.
most disrespectful Tony D flip
No,
I've
it
ever
wasn't
heard.
for Tony D. It was for Georgie Roots. That's the
Oh,
worst
yo.
thing.
No. He's a bit cooler than that. Tony Robin. I just looked it up. Tony Robinson. You know from Blackadder and shit. You know that show Blackadder.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah, of
He's a
course.
weird little guy. He was like, I've got
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. And then he was in something else of that period as well, which I've just clearly thrown it back to my
Tony
80s childhood.
Baldwin.
But
Baldwin.
yeah,
Salute
Yeah.
to Tony Robinson. Man.
Salute to that guy. He's firing a battle as well. He did all that shit, and then he came into the ring and he smoked motherfuckers.
yeah. So let me say, Bizzo, Georgie Roots,
Yeah, obviously Roots is in there.
I could say Bobby Rex.
You could throw Tech in there.
I could throw Tech. Definitely have to throw
Very
Tech.
active.
Okay. So we're talking about active battlers from any era right now.
I'm saying from any era. Just
Right.
any
Okay.
active.
That's different. Yeah. Okay. Well, Riv's got to go in there because Riv just fucked the place up last week, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Had the and the Raptor battle as well was quite recent. So
yeah,
I've been
fair.
outside kind
Yeah,
of.
no, yeah, you've been active, Rivers.
Yunnan.
I mean,
Yunnan as well. Yeah, Yunnan.
Bro,
has got
Yunnan
to
went
be-
crazy, man.
See, and then this is also a question: how, if you've only had one battle versus someone who has had maybe 5, is your performance enough to take you in over 5 sort of mediocre, or maybe 1 great, 2 losses, and a win? No. I think Yunnan definitely has an argument for being in that. Yunnan saying my internet's being trashed. People, I'm sorry. Love you lot though.
I think you know what's crazy?
Yunnan.
Do you know the irony? Your internet crashed.
Yo,
Look at karma.
crash.
That's the judge.
Yeah, it happens, man.
And he said in the battle, he said, I'm from the era that built the system crash. Oh, I'm from the era that made the system crash. You're from the era that made the system crash, like, or whatever. Yeah. So that's
your systems crash. Look at karma again. What's the criteria for active? Right. So yeah, let's have some. Okay, so let's set some criteria. You have to have had, let's say, 2 battles within the last. Where are we? So 2 battles this year. When was Yunnan's last battle?
I think that's fair.
Oh, I think that's unfair nowadays. I would have said that with Corona, yeah, to have 2 battles this year, that means you basically battled on every card.
No, actually, hold on. No, because we've
I've
had
had
the
2
Anarchy
battles.
tournament. No, we've had the Anarchy tournament. We've had the process. You've had era
Yeah, but
versus
if
era.
you
You've
think
had
of those,
Overstation, you've had undisclosed.
The only thing is, though, you're not going to have like the champ of PB competing in those things. So he's not going to be in. You know what I'm saying? It's slightly different when you're up there. And plus, like, he was supposed to battle Mav, but Mav pulled out.
Facts.
So it's kinda like, that's different when you're up there. We're gonna be in those more dogfight like tournaments and shit. So, you know, I think being an active battler when you're kind of up in the upper echelons is gonna be slightly different to being like one of us guys in the fucking pits, you know?
But at the same time, that's why the people in them echelons, we're rating them on the quality of their performance to keep them in the bracket.
And Yunnan's last 3 battles, he smoked everyone. So
okay, so we're saying we can make an exception for someone like Yunnan, especially as he was supposed to have a battle. Yeah, he is the champ, and he was supposed to have a battle. And in fact, when did he win the belt? That wasn't.
It wasn't too long ago because it was during. Was it during? No, because he's in the chat. Was that during December maybe? So
No,
it could have been.
I battled
that-
Raptor in December.
Wasn't
So
that
yeah, but wasn't that? Oh, was it?
wasn't that the same?
The same,
card?
that was the same event, wasn't it?
It was. Was
It
it
was
the
the
same?
same
No, it was the
card.
card afterwards. Was it not?
Which
No, it
card
was the same
it?
card.
It was the same card, right?
It was the
Well,
same
I-
card.
Like, I
What,
think
when I battled Deviant? Was it the
Like
same
it,
day we
yeah.
I
Yeah, it
battled
was.
Deviant?
Yeah,
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 it
One of the
was.
same cards. Yeah, when I
Okay,
battled
so
Raptor.
it was.
we can definitely include that then. I don't know if
course.
that wasn't.
That's the end of 2020.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's
Yeah.
say from then, before I battled Matter for the title last, it was the same event. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can definitely
Yeah.
validly include you now because we're going to go back to that event. I spat you my bars outside. With,
I remember still.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
"Yep, you're the new champ."
I remember.
Yeah, and Jester Black was there. I remember young Jester was spitting his bars. That's when he battled Celeste beat him up a little bit still.
Bobby's resurgence sees him into the 10 for sure. Lazy
100.
has also had 4 or 5 strong performances in a row.
That's a fact. Lazy's kind of slept on. That's funny though, isn't it? Lazy's kind of slept on.
And also, you mentioned Celeste there. Is he a contender?
I
He's
feel
certainly
so.
been very active.
That Impact one definitely puts him in the bracket, I think. Because remember, he won the tournament
Anarchy tournament.
Yeah, same day.
He won the Academy.
Same day that Yuna won the belt. So that qualifies him.
I'm not saying I'm just putting names in. We're not filtering down the 10. But if you've got
because I think he's fire, and I think maybe he should be in the conversation. But I don't know that he'd make it in my 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
I think
I do think there are 10.
He lost a few, innit?
I do think there are 10 names, especially where the likes of, the guys who have been here 4 or 5 years and up, and the vets are putting in great performances as well. It does make it difficult for someone new to come in and have maybe more performances, but still get in the list when you've got the greats coming out and greating. Like it's hard.
Hold on. I got a name that needs to go in there because they're 3 for 3 right now. Mr. Moke.
Oof! How could I leave off Moke?
Moke is 3 for 3 on strong battles.
Solid rounds.
Like after this run of battles, they're gonna know his name still. Definitely.
He was real.
Yeah,
he was
definitely.
real fire. I mean, both of them, like him and Mackenzie, were both super crazy in that battle. It was very good to watch. Really good.
Don't know. Yeah, it was a great battle to watch. Definitely want to see that back. It's going to have crazy replay value as well. Don't know if anyone's seen Zen's on-beat battle that came out today. I haven't seen it yet. No, he's been storming through this tournament to the final on beat though. And I also fucks with Danielson, who is also
Danielson's dope. He's got bars, man, and he's really good. Both him, I would say, like him and Zen as a final is going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think I'm going to separate the on-beat and a cappella. So I wouldn't, although they may be, doing really well, I don't want to include them in this because it's already difficult enough. There are already enough names to sort of consider. Nick is saying Canal battled 4 times in 2020. So Canal is a potential to be on that list.
I think the thing about Canal is he does his job, he does what Canal does, and he does it very consistently all the time. So he will always be in this list kind of by default because he's that active and he's that high quality in what he does.
Like Lester's got to be in there. Most would argue that he beat Georgie unofficially. Absolutely, he did lose in the tournament, but he was the people's favourite to
won their hearts and minds.
Yeah.
So I've got a few to throw in because obviously I haven't seen the battles yet, but everyone's raving about what Visual did at the last event. Everyone's raving about Hades as
well.
And who else were apparently Nugget was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's the first battle he's done in ages, but apparently he was fucking crazy. So those,
But again, Nugget's in that echelon thing where it's like we don't expect Nugget to be outside all the time anyway.
Again,
same thing, innit?
Like prestige kind of guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hulk, LSD.
Let's go, you man.
And O'Shea. Has O'Shea battled one? Did he battle on the home invasion card?
Because his opponent or one of them couldn't do it because of COVID, I think. So that one got pulled. I was hoping they were going to reorganize it for our event on the weekend, but they didn't. So.
Oh, are you saying that someone's opponents? Is that whose opponents would that be? And one there.
He's saying because he said Cannell battled 4 times, so it's probably Cannell.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, great logic there. Thank you. That was obvious. And won the. I love how you censored that. That is fucking hilarious, Nick. And won the Don't Flop tournament. Shout out Amity. Amity, what am I hearing? Are you retired? Well, go on, Amity. You were supposed to battle yesterday. What happened? Crow is fire, absolute.
Big up, Amity. Big up.
Facts. I want to hear what happened. What happened, Amity, man? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. Yeah, link is in the comments. Let me pop that in again. Yo, tell Mackenzie I'll 30 him. Mackenzie did say he wanted to battle.
Yo, you're saying, I like this. I like this.
Love a Yunnan battle. He did say. Yeah, no, thanks, Nick. Cannell's got Shuff for the Don't Flop contender battle. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. We do have. This is going to be a list that's fluid. Right? Have we left anyone off of there? Let's see.
YD.
I was just saying YD is definitely missing. He's been active.
YD.
Let's look at the. Did I write down Quill?
Yeah.
Is he only battled once? Was that the only? Was that home invasion? Because he was supposed to battle Shocks, wasn't he? And that was
Shocks pulled on him, and he ended up like just spitting his bars to the camera, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he's got Georgie this weekend.
Yeah.
And he's just, so.
Yeah, so he's definitely someone who could enter in on that list. But yeah, if we look at Celesta, Bizzo, Bobby Rex, Tech, Georgie Roots, Lazy, YD, Moat, Cannell, Visual, Hades, Nugget, Rivers, Yunnan. I feel like I'm missing names as well. I'm feeling like
there's a bunch of people from Premiere you haven't mentioned, but I don't off the top. I don't know.
Wait, hold on a second. Where's my name?
you battled. You battled twice. Okay, so yeah, you definitely.
If you're gonna do it like that,
we're talking about. Okay.
You fit the criteria. Crow's not happy with that.
No, I'm just like, listen. If we're talking about, I've done 2 fire battles in the last 7 months, and so I should be in it. Then I'll throw my name in, but I'm not in the top 10 active guys at the minute, so it's stupid for me to say that. You feel me?
I'm not really active as well, so it just happens coincidence.
Bro, you were fire. You were fire on the other weekend. No question. That was some of your best shit, I think, Phil, and I thought that was dope. So I got nothing bad to say about you, but I'm just saying we're talking about the top 10 guys active right now. Who's everyone chatting about? That's what this is.
This is, and I feel like I've got way too many names here, and I'm missing a lot of names.
Let me talk.
Now, there's too many, and I wouldn't say there's a lot of people I wouldn't say would be in the top 10, which is why I know that I'm missing. That I'm missing names. Nobi the GOAT. Nobi. I feel like Nobi. He's definitely fits the bill on criteria, but I think like he's had one great performance. He had a good battle with Enigma in the final process, but I don't think that takes him into top 10. Like I don't think his last 2 performances are top 10 contention.
So where are you guys sitting on Matter then? Because I remember you. I think I saw some stuff about like your
I throw him in. He's had a title match. He had a Rivers match.
Have to.
He's still.
Yeah, he was in the tournament as well.
He's done loads. He's super active for a guy who's been around as long as he is.
Exactly. And consistent performances, wins.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Hulk. He beat Tech and Jester.
Hulk's had bare battles recently.
Yeah,
he
you
did.
When
got to
Hulk
throw him in there.
super fire, man.
Yeah,
You got to throw him in there.
he was great against Tech. I actually saw that one live, and yeah, 3 solid rounds.
That's the thing I love about battling, because I get to sit here and say I smoked Hulk. Yeah, smoked him. Full smoke. Full smoke for Hulk and Mulk. Got smoke. Ain't a joke. Not the type you should provoke.
Comments.
I'm
Who am
done.
I missing from Prem? I became a visual this week too. Actually, really good against LS-Scene. LS-Scene is another one who's I think I've seen more of
Real
LS-Scene
active,
recently
real
than
active. He had a good battle against Bizzle. He could have easily won.
yeah. And
You're right, Hulk smoked Tech.
Yeah.
so again, Hulk, yeah, he
Hulk
did.
beat Tech, man, quite clearly.
Yeah. Like I said, I was there in the building for that, and he was, really impressive. Tech wasn't clean either. He didn't get all his shit off. And I think, was there an actual choke? Definitely stumbled.
I don't think we'll ever see that Tech ever again.
Yeah.
Nah.
But he
Yeah,
had
I think sometimes people need that one where they just like weren't expecting it and then they get their shit fucked up and then it's like, okay, now I have to prep and I have to do my shit properly because it's not that easy.
100%.
Who would you like to see Hulk
Uh-oh.
against on No Loose Chat if they had a huge marquee event next month, for example? Why next month? That's awfully soon.
I want to see Hulk versus Joker Star.
Ooh. Has that
not happened yet?
Yeah.
I ain't seen it.
Damn.
Let me search it.
A lot of people duck Hulk. Like a lot of people like either under like they don't consider him in their same bracket or something. But he's fire and he's been doing like great battles for a long time. But he misses out on a lot of those sort of big name battlers because they just don't take him up on it or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, live, yeah.
It hasn't
you say you're not gonna
happened.
join us.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tech. I'm sorry, Tech. Hulk
Salute, man,
versus
Tech.
Joker.
We're gonna get that link to you now, bro.
You know what? Like,
I'm not even gonna lie. I need to peace out, man. My daughter's all crying and they can't get her to sleep, man. It means it's daddy duties.
I did, man. Yeah, go and take care of the babies. We know that has to come first.
I'll be watching though.
Yeah, nah. Salute to you. Appreciate you
bro.
pulling up.
I'll shout you soon, my brother.
I know people.
Yo, it's a shame that that Frost had like a bad showing at No Loose Chat because he would be in it because he's normally so consistent and he's super fire. But because he just had a bad showing, you can't throw him in there. I don't think. You know what I mean?
I've seen some good Frost performances.
He's fire, man. He's really good.
He really is, but I think his last couple his cleanliness let him down. Wasn't that also the issue in it was Sam Hypes, wasn't it, on the Anarchy tournament?
In that one, at least he got more bars out, and their bars were of a real high quality, so it kind of still worked okay. But yeah, he just had that poor showing, didn't he? And he kind of fucked him up.
Yeah. Cham.
Yo.
How you doing? Oh, straight away. Have we got
some feedback?
No. We've just had technical issues with everyone who's come on so far. So we are. How you doing, Tech?
I'm there. I literally I was on YouTube. I see the roast. I was like, what? I haven't heard my phone ping.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was sending messages as well earlier, and I got distracted because Rivers decided to destroy my carpet and spill a pan of purple nasty drink on the floor.
There.
So
oops, I did it again. Them things.
Yeah. Salute, Yanef. We were talking about your battle earlier on. Go and cop the VOD once it's available when British.
Yo, thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Like, I'm so gutted that these cats didn't see it because I went in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm so gutted I didn't get to see it.
I'm gonna get that VOD anyway, so I'll be watching it as soon as it drops.
Only saying next month because I'm asking the question now. Hypothetical. Yeah, I fucks with that Hulk versus Joker Star. I think that would be dope. Hulk. Who else? Like maybe one of the Hulk. Oh no, we've had Hulk versus Tech. Of course, we just talked about that. That
was a learning curve. That was a learning curve of mine still.
Maybe YD down the line versus Hulk, but I think YD right now there's a lot of battles amongst his era that make a lot more sense. I can think of someone else. I want to see Hulk versus T-Mac, to be honest. Ooh.
Let's go, Yannis. Let's go, bro. I know. Sorry, I jumped in. Sorry.
No, go on. I didn't hear what you said.
I think D-Mac and Bobby Rex would be a dope one.
Intensity-wise, that could be moody as fuck.
Yeah. I see.
The face-off alone would get 10K views.
Yo, but the thing is, right, if shit popped off like it did in that Jitsu battle, you know how it would finish. It wouldn't be the same as it was at that battle.
But at the same time, yeah, I think kind of like D-Mac knows that he brings that to the table. Do you know what I mean? So when he had that moment with Jitsu, he was the one that squashed it. It wasn't like he did it and then waited for everything to die down. He
started it.
Yeah, but you also might not get the chance to be the one to squash it because you might be getting squashed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you have to be given the opportunity to. It's all when to start something and then say, "Hey, let's squash it." Like you don't have control.
Nope. I'm not trying to squash it now.
Yeah.
The battle would be super fire. The battle would be hella fire.
Yeah. And if it could get 3 solid rounds from each, then my goodness, that would be an incredible battle. Frost versus Frankie is going to be so fire. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Crow was fire. Hulk versus Jiu-Jitsu rematch, potentially. I don't know how they'd feel about that. Gang, shout out Paris, no loose chat. Salute to the Queen in the building yesterday for Undisclosed 2, no loose chat family.
Who else was good yesterday?
So Crow was amazing. I'm hearing I didn't get to see it.
Title.
Okay.
D-Mac and Tox is the one that needs to go down before all facts, Grumpy. That has
to be on the same card as me and Surf, bro.
Yo, is Tox battling still? Is he doing it still?
Yeah, me and Tox are gonna gamble still at some point. Like, still to do it. So I'm still gonna do that 5 bills thing. I've spoken to him, it's gonna happen still, but it's just it's a situation thing now, isn't it? What event? When is it gonna happen? When we're gonna do it? It's just that type of stuff, really. But it can happen. You know me, man. I got smoke for whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever.
No Leash Chat are working right now. You know, I'm sure they're talking about how many upcoming cards that they're working on. You know, they're out here. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of opportunities for all of these potential matchups. Tech yesterday also fire were the Mocha McKenzie battle was war. Really hard to call. I haven't called it. I can't call it. I think I'm maybe edging to Mackenzie in the building, but I definitely want to watch it back before I could even think about calling rounds. Crow, how did you call that? Have I asked you that already? I feel like I've asked you twice.
Which one? Mocha and Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, so that's a tough one, and I wouldn't be like against it going either way because both of them were fucking crazy. Like that was I've never seen Mackenzie live, and he really impressed me. His bars were nuts. Moat came in and he was super fire too. Like he's got a very commanding presence. His voice is dope. He had some really, really good bars. I think like it's definitely whoever won it, it definitely wasn't a 3-0. Do you know what I'm saying? It would be a very close 2-1 in my opinion. I would probably give it Mackenzie personally, but I would on another day maybe I'd say Moke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely want to watch it back again. Another one of these mad replay value, and yes, Leicester pulled off a pretty clear win against Impact. Very impressive. Leicester was just not. Yeah.
Did you say he beat Impact?
Yeah.
3-0.
Yeah, pretty clear.
3-0, bro.
Pretty.
3-0.
Yeah.
Which one was? Sorry, I
Slender.
Impact.
Oh yeah, Slester was fire,
That's
bro.
what I thought, Tech. When I heard that, I said,
Impact.
impact. Like, impact. Yep,
Our
impact.
impact that got FT out of here.
Yes.
So one
And
of
he,
Impact.
he wasn't shit,
That-
bro. He wasn't shit at all. Just Slester was real good. He really wanted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, that same
I
Slester. So I would.
I think Slister's dope. So I can't lie.
Yeah, he is. For sure. Penn State, shout out Jester in the building. How you doing? It will be interesting to see if No Loose Chat stick with Fiddlers. It seemed to be a hit. It was definitely a hit. Yeah.
Tech, you battled in the other No Loose Chat events. Do you feel like the Fiddlers one is your best feel of how it is, or would you say there's any other one? Because you battled in a few different venues that they've used in it. Probably all of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Still, if it comes down to all venues that Snoop's used, like No Loose Chat have used, personally, the process where I battled Crash, best venue ever.
I love that venue.
Is that the one that had the little roof thing?
Yeah, that dark.
Yeah, it was like, and you know, it was even if you step off the whole battle scene of it, it was like an old kind of warehouse where it was like old arcade games, and it was just kind of like the vibe of it was just different. And then when the intermissions were, there was a proper seats for everybody to chill, and the shops were local. Everything was banging. Fiddlers was good, don't get me wrong, but no, man, that process, that first battle of the process venue was just it was crazy.
If you could get that Fiddlers vibe and slap it in that building.
Yeah, in that building, it's just crazy.
That building also does need one of those huge, gigantic fans, though, a silent one.
Yeah, it does. But that's what makes it more. Obviously, do you know what it is? It's like, I think as a battler, I'm not sure how Crow feels, and Rivers feel, but me, I love to watch back and see the reaction of the crowd when I'm rapping my shit. Do you know what I mean? So at that, if we go like specific to how the venue was set up, I didn't like not being able to see the crowd while out, and you can hear them, but you can't see them. I didn't like that. But,
it's because of the lights.
Yeah, no, it was just the way it was set because the crowd was behind the camera. Do you know what I mean? So the battlers are there with the back, so like you can't read. The only people that are in the front is literally Tally and Paris. Snoop's never on camera.
You need like a two camera shot for that kind of one. Because like
man.
I was almost, you know what, at the battle, well, the title battle, I was like, it's set so that you could see the battlers and you could see the crowd. And I'm used to, like, because I've been a musician for years, I'm used to performing to a crowd. So I did some bits to camera, but I was mostly like, I was either rapping directly at title or I was at the crowd, kind of trying to get in their faces a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so it'll be cool that you can see that, but then at the same time, you're probably going to see the back of me a whole bunch on the video. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like, but the difference is here is like, you see, like with Premiere and No Loose Chat here, is that we have that kind of we go hard type of feel. Like, so it's someone's always grabbing someone, or the bar room will go up, and Prem, I don't see that over there. Like, everyone might shout, but no one's really. It's like everyone's so like, oh, that was so well crafted. That's how I feel. Like that was so amazing. The way he's constructed those lines, like there's not appreciating it properly. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like when we go to No Loose Chat, them not grab, and you know what I'm saying, you'll see people
losing their
manhandled.
Yeah, man. Even especially when you pick that punch, that's like, you know, when I had the Lighty Live all night, the London Gen, it hit twice. Do you know what I'm saying? Because everyone feels it like, oh, Jen, did you hear that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it goes off, and I feel like Prem, like, you don't have that little bit of oomph. Just that's what I feel like, and I feel like on the camera they don't really worry about that. They're just like,
no, I think you know what, with that, if I can be American for 1 second, sometimes British white people crowds are a little bit more reserved. They just are, and because I went to I was at some like festival, right? and I was watching like Funkadelic, yeah. So it was like George Clinton, and it was like some funky ass old school shit, yeah. And when he said like where my dog's at, I was barking, and everyone else around me was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I'm like, I'm barking at the top of my lungs, and people are turning around like, "Oh shit, something's going on with this guy?" That's what you're supposed to do, like, you know, like
in my head, yeah, Moke, yeah, is one of those writers, yeah. He's dope, so he should be getting room reaction. So when you lot are saying it was a war, I'm expecting to see people push Moke because he's dope. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, does he get that reception? Did he get that reception yesterday that he would get, like, if he was over here? Do you know what I mean? Or is it a different appreciation?
You guys were reacting behind him, right? So you would have been on camera reacting, but it is different. And like, to be honest, right? If because you know, like, if my boys were there or whatever, if like, you know, okay, so I had a couple of like friends there who are battlers, and I was reacting like with them. I was like fucking smacking their hands and shit. But like, if Tommy had been there, I know he would have been dapping me up and fucking shaking me around and shit. So it really depends on the type of people that you're with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think No Loose Chat, small rooms, and Prem back small rooms are different. I'll be honest, because I've seen like Prem on stage, and I remember what did I watch the other day? I think it was Raptor versus Red Flag, and Raptor had a bar, and the whole stage goes crazy, and it's like that's the first proper time I've seen people like proper grab man up on Prem. It's so rare.
That's that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was on this side of the court. I was as my mother led me away. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they go off. Even Bracy, you know Bracy, he could walk, go. This small guy come and grab him, man. What's wrong with you? Do you know what I mean? I think Bobby Rex got mad because someone was grabbing him too much. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. It really does.
Rare opportunity, the rare moments in battle rap where you just see like Bobby Rex wilding out when it's not him. It's like, no, stop fucking grabbing.
But also, you know what I'm saying? The other thing is though, in the No Loose Chat events, like especially in the one and some of the ones you're talking about, it set a precedent because even before the era versus era, right? It's all a bunch of new, fresh guys coming up, and everyone's excited as fuck about that. There's some quality shit going on, right? So you guys are all gassing it because, and it's not bad. I ain't saying that sucks because it's good, but you're excited, right? Because people are being fucking good at it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we make it like that though.
But like, bro,
that's not like that because we're not where everyone's just we make it like that. Do you know what I mean?
And that's cool, and I love that. I love that shit. But that stuff's also not happening when you battle on Beast Anglia or something. You know what I'm saying? It's in that environment. It's like, you know.
Nah, I still do that in Beast Anglia. I still do I still get pushed. I still the same thing, bro. It's just Prem.
But I think that's also that's who you bring with you pretty much.
No, sometimes I've seen George make her push him on his first battle, Don't Flop tryouts. Do you know what I mean? It's just literally for me, it's just a bit different in Prem. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different.
Let me just something
different. There's just it's a different source over there.
Just to quickly answer Sean Cray's thing, because that's it. Yeah, he asked whether or not the pit was tight. So I would say like nearer the ends they brought it in more. During my battle, during the first few battles, it was a bit wide. I would say they were close in, like people were close to us, but it was quite wide. So we were maybe more distant than a lot of the later battles. But like to a certain extent, because of the situation with the whole Spitty thing, I also kind of didn't want to be right up in Title's face. I'll be real about that. But I used the space differently anyway, and I took advantage of what was there anyway, kind of thing. But yeah, it was probably quite wide, I would say.
I do think it. I obviously only saw Hayley G spitting her bars to Yan in that setting, but it did look it did look quite sort of spread out, whereas once they moved it sort of in front of the stage, it was a lot tighter.
Yeah, I wish that our setup had been that way because it looked a lot cooler to me, especially when you have levels of fans in the background. It looks better, I think,
Yeah, definitely. Crumpet says, I'd like to see No Loose Chat pack out Jam like Gav did with Mackenzie versus Messi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Facts.
Back in Southwest 9.
Paris is saying I was pushing Moke. Definitely, he's spaz. Yeah, I'm sure. Definitely, I got
Mr.
some
Free for
pushes
free
in as well. Yeah, free for free. Facts. Rivers, which other new era guy would motivate you to bring the Moke performance?
Do you know what it is? I feel like any of them, because the motivation is not them.
I could have answered that. Yeah.
Really and truly. So any of them, because the motivation isn't actually them. Motivation is something else. So they could just be in the way and piss me off, and then that becomes the reason why I move like that. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and if it's saying get me in one of the intense no loose chat rooms, we could get our steps in yesterday.
Yannick battled yesterday as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did.
How was his battle?
It was really good. It was a great battle, to be honest. Yeah, fire from both. Boski took it, but Yan was still really good, to be honest, man. He rapped real nice. But yeah, I was saying earlier on, you missed that he just maybe made a few like strategic errors, I think. But yeah, it was dope.
Tech, have you got any names for us? Potential names? Did you hear any of our top 10? If there was a top 10 active right now, who would give me some names that you would consider in there?
Top active, what, battling at the moment?
Yeah, so the criteria is you have to have had 2 battles in the last, going back to the Apex card. So when Yunnan won the belt. So we're going back that far, which is just over the beginning of the year, I think.
Yeah.
Was that last 7-8 months?
Yeah. Who would you say? Who would you say in terms of names? Anyone else in the chat?
What, only on PB or everywhere?
Everywhere, but especially PB, because I think I've left out quite a few names from PB.
PB, who? I think Yadif battles. He's had a lot on PB as well. Most active. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very like well known with the PB lot, just because I only really started watching them when Roots started going into the tournament. But out of who I do like though, like I do like Bizzo. I think he's dope. I think he's a proper dope writer.
Really good writer.
I'm not gonna lie, I do like Slester as well.
He's fire.
Slester, he's a different energy. He's got a different presence still. I like him still. He's got dope. The way he writes and constructs his lines are proper sick still.
If Koj hadn't pulled out of the tournament, he would definitely be up there because his last showing was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I know, but it's a lot. But there's a lot of dope writers over there. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Okay, so I think some definite, almost definitely in there would be Bizzo, Bobby Rex, Yunnan, Matter, Rivers, Hulk, Georgie, Tech. Can we say Tech definitely? Can we say Moke definitely?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm still missing
Enigma does battle a lot still.
Yeah, but it's not enough to just battle a lot. I don't think Enigma has had I don't think he's had the performances that get him in the top 10.
Yeah, if we're talking about top 10, I'm sorry. I like him, man. I like him, but he can't be in the top 10 right now. I don't think.
No, I think so.
He's I really like him. He's dope. He runs his bars to me and shit. He's cool, but like, yeah, we're talking about. Come on, we're talking about the top 10 in the UK.
One more, Yannick. One more, Yannick.
Tech wants to say himself so bad. Yeah, he couldn't get past it. That's why I was thinking of anyone.
There is one
I'm thinking. I thought you said top 10 active battle, isn't it? You didn't say top that. Cool, I'm thinking that.
It is active. It is top 10 active, but you know, like there's more than that. You know what I'm saying?
What's the list? Run the list to me again, Boston. Run the list again. Who you got so far?
So we haven't got a list so far. We've got a suggestion of names, and I'm thinking we've put out a lot of names, but I'm thinking the names which are definitely in the conversation, in the short list of maybe 15, 16. Bizzo, Bobby, Hulk, Tech, Matter, Yunnan, Rivers, Georgie Roots, Moke, Mackenzie.
What battles
he's had he had two, didn't he, in the Anarchy tournament? He battled
lost against Briggs.
Yeah.
Did he lost against Briggs?
He lost to Briggs
in the first round.
No, in the second round. He beat did he beat?
I thought
was it the first round?
I think he lost in the first round because I remember thinking Mackenzie, Maverick all lost in the first round.
He did. He lost in the first.
Okay.
But if he had performed like he did on the weekend, he wouldn't have lost. Like he was fired. So
I just remember feeling like in the tournament he was rushing too much, trying to cram everything into the time rather than tailoring it for the time.
Definitely.
That's the problem I had as well.
He had an awful lot of material that he spat very fast, and I think he had some pacing, like breath control issues even. And he definitely was, I think it was him that was also hampered by his beard and mic and delivery. And
I got hampered by the beard.
Yeah, no, I'm
I'm
trying to remember if it was.
You got hampered by your beard.
I think it was either him or Acre, because I'm thinking it was a Scottish accent. I'm sure it was Mackenzie. It was Scottish, bearded Scottish, and it was the delivery.
Acre had this thing where he's like, huh?
Yeah, that was there's two different issues. Yeah, he did. He was doing this thing because I poked you. I think I was talking to Rivers about it. I'm like, Rivers, yo, what's this? What do you call this? Why is he doing this? And what do you call this? And he kept doing this. Yeah, he was just doing this thing. And
got the Acre huff.
Yeah.
The Acre huff.
Yeah, sort of like a Rick Ross type ad lib mid battle.
Listen, I'm gutted for Acre, to be honest, because he has so much potential to be, when he does really good, his bars are fucking nuts. Like he can kill people with how good he can write. But he just didn't. That Acre didn't show up this time round. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not against Bizzo.
Nah, he didn't. And I think he even struggled a bit in the battle before anyway, didn't he? And it's a shame because I really highly rate him as a writer, highly. And he's a big dude and he can deliver too. So it's like just a shame that it didn't work out for him in the tournament. Like
yeah, sure. Visual goes in the active good list for me.
Yeah, you were saying about Visual and Hades. In terms of like, I think we have to have some, because those Irish guys do go hard. Like you have some of them in there.
Facts.
Salute
and not even just
champ,
for a not even just as we've got a throw island in there, but like you said, they've been working and deserve a shot in there. Yeah.
And actually, Tech, that might be where there is like, because they really like support their scene big time over there. And like that might be one of those places where actually they do kind of like go in.
Sure, right. Them Irish battles are hella rowdy.
The vibes over there is different still.
Yeah.
I'm desperate to get out there. I really want to battle on Rapid School.
I'm trying to go back, man.
Yeah, no, Ireland have been really hindered, to use that word again, or hampered. Let's use a different one.
Yeah.
Ireland have been hampered by the restrictions. The whole country, is locked down. They still haven't been able to throw events with crowds or even get battlers over here consistently or even legally. I don't know if it's legal, but it just hasn't happened. So hopefully, we can start to see a lot more movement from over there. I saw a visual this week, then went back and watched all his others. I don't know when they actually were. I don't know, but I'm here for the inclusion in the conversation. I'm going out to the next big Irish event for sure. Yeah, I cannot wait to touch a Rapid full battle.
The Irish event was lit, man.
Yeah,
Premier battles
had a good battle on there. Yeah, Jan's battle on Rapid full was really good. He did, wasn't it Ty the poet that he battled?
Yeah.
Probably that's one of his best ones as well. So
yeah, he got onto it.
But yeah, a couple of cards coming up. A few cards coming up in the next few weeks, and I think this is you can actually carve out a proper top 10 by the end of the month, which actually has, validity. But it just shows the strength and quality of the scene. I know I keep going on about it, but for me, because I haven't been through periods of a real healthy time, a real healthy place. I've only been around for a couple of years, so for me to see all of these cards going down, all of these great performances, vets outside doing great shit, and the new era coming up, like just making up fucking noise. I love it.
It's healthy. It's very healthy.
Yeah, very healthy. Salute to y'all. Salute to you too, CEO NYHD.
Yes, sir.
Yan versus Conman too.
Conman's dope. Well, him and Kofi were like I do work with those guys. They're like my boys as well. So they were on my side. I was like, finally, someone can hold my fucking water. Like, there you go. So yeah, but he's criminally slept on, Conman. He's a great writer.
Okay, yeah, he's someone that I'm not familiar with.
There was a time when they wanted to book Rivers versus Conman Curve.
Is it?
Yeah, back in the day. I think I battled someone else instead, innit? But yeah, there was a time.
Oh, so you ducked him. Damn. Rivers.
Oh, come on.
Listen, I'm gonna sign out though, because my battery's gonna die as well, man. But
all the time.
No. Bro.
Yanef says, I'm on all the smoke this next 12 months. And Nick Kelly says, shut up, Yanef. That was not very nice.
Oh, wow.
Rude.
Did you say set it
up, right? That's what I was going to say.
That's what it looks like to be.
Yeah.
You're
on all the smoke. Nick responded with some rude smoke. Okay, set it up. Yeah, let's go. All right. What another talking point. I've heard talk about there must be we have to have a PB versus no loose chat card. I'm definitely
100%
has to happen.
All right, I've got a question. What side am I on?
Oh, you're no loose chat.
How?
And your prem.
That's clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you've got. I mean, who have you done more battles for?
All right. Okay.
I've done more battles for Premier Battles.
Yeah.
And
no loose chat are brand new though. They've only had really one event that
I could have been.
You could have been in contention for, two, because also the process, the final process, featured battles that weren't part of the new era, so you could have potentially been on that. Or so Manny versus London, definitely. Then if we look at it in that context, no loose chat being London and Prem being Manny.
Okay, now you've kind of switched it in a way.
That is probably a fair way of doing it, to be fair. Because it is, apart from it puts motherfuckers like me like out in the cold. But
remember, you said you was a free agent, so
that's it.
I am a free agent, and I actually did live in London though for like a year. So
So we can claim crow is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or you're saying you're pitching your stake in Team London / no loose chat.
I haven't even been booked for that event. I'm just talking shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it isn't an event as far as I know. I'm not putting. A lot of people have said it's the next logical thing, or it should happen. They'd like to see it. I know. I'm sure.
And I'd love to see that the growing talent pool, like all lifting each other up, really, and like as well as that, I would say like. I would love to see No Loose Chat's channel getting way more views than it's getting, because the quality is there and it's fucking exciting shit. You know what I mean? So it'd be good if there could be some kind of something fair there going on. You know what I mean?
No, totally agree. I think definitely No Loose Chat's sort of their base, the awareness of them and their views and numbers are going to go up following this VOD, and they are a brand new league, so something like this, a collab like this, could only be of benefit. to as in getting eyes on the league for sure. But yeah,
both parties.
because there's an audience
It's
for
mutually beneficial for sure.
yeah,
100%.
like that cross platforming, and there are so many potential matchups. I think we'll save that for another show because we're almost 2 hours in, and I'm determined not to keep these or to try and keep these as much as no longer than 2 hours, which is long enough as possible. And yeah, I've got to get up early tomorrow, so definitely going to keep it short. Another thing I want to talk about, you talked about potential on Surfers Live, internationals. So obviously we've got the Anarchy final coming up, in where Bobby or Bizzo will be battling on King of the Dot in an international. I think that's the final, isn't it? Yeah. I think I showed one of these battles on Caffeine on Battle Rap Trap to the Trappers, watched a battle with Henny Man, watched Rivers and Moke with Henny Man. They were super heavy fucking with it. Surfer was talking about, battling, that's where he wants some. He's liking the energy right now, wants some internationals. Yeah, I think obviously right now we are locked down. I think the past sort of 18 months, any hope of any internationals, lots of sort of potentials were cancelled that had been booked. And I think I'm talking about this because I do think not because we need internationals to give us good battles, not because because I think the scene is
popping.
UK battles that we're having right now are incredible. We've had how many potential classics or just great wars back to back, 6 rounds fights.
And way more consistency and stuff than we've had in years.
Exactly. So I'm not saying in terms of good battles that's what we need, but it's just that I like to think that there are some real international just fights that could happen where the quality is here now, and I'd like to see it because I think there is an audience over there that would really fuck with what we're doing over here and genuinely tune into what we're doing and support it, and at the moment we don't know.
You know what though, it's like the first time around when UK first started getting internationals coming over. It's because the scene had time to grow and get people to the level where they could fuck with those international guys. And then so when those guys came over, we were giving them crazy battles, and so people were getting interested. And now we're forced into the position to have to do that again because we can only battle each other. And I think it's going to mean that when borders do finally open up again and you get these guys flying over, we're going to be more ready for that shit. Like, we're going to give them better battles because of that, and therefore it's going to have a more positive effect on our scene.
Exactly that. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise for the scene that we have been.
I think it is, because I think for a long time people have lent on that international battler name, putting that on the bill. But it's one good thing, one thing putting it on the bill, but like if the battle that comes out of it doesn't meet the hype, then you've wasted the money because it's not bringing that viewership. People aren't going to fuck with the talent; they're just going to watch that battle.
That's it. And they're not then supporters of necessarily the league. They, like you say, they tune in for that and then nothing else.
A lot of times as well, to add, there's been times where we've had international battles on the card and it's outshined by a UK battle anyway.
And listen, I think like Sean Craig just said in there, like I do think like almost the whole rest of the year, if we can focus on just getting crazy UK battles, I don't think that's a loss for us at all. I think that helps to grow the scene and the battlers like invest in them to make them better, so that then they can fuck around on a world stage and it works,
Yeah, no, totally. I totally agree. Sean Cray says, I think we benefit from UK versus UK for the rest of the year, to be honest. We've had some nice international book for Neil, but they ended up needing to be postponed. Now, though, I'm seeing the benefits. Yeah, I completely agree. And I'm not talking about, so we're already in August. I know the schedules wouldn't even really allow for, maybe some internationals could come on over within those cards, but I don't think it's necessary. There are so many exciting matchups with everyone who's active right now, and I totally agree. For the rest of the year, you know, keep it UK, but there is that potential. This is why I'm saying I'm excited to show a US audience what is going on over here, to sort of.
Definitely. And I think, you know, and there's a few guys who are already of the new crop who are already ready for that. And also you've got people who are like, who can always deliver in that kind of environment. If you put Rivers up against like an international, it would be fire. If you put Yunnan up against an international, it would be fire. So when it gets round to us to like opening the borders like that, if you had a few key battles like that and maybe one fucking new guy gets a shot, you know what I mean? And people earn that spot, then that's when you start to, you know, reap the benefits of it, I think.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I wouldn't think that there are, you know, a lot of, I'm not keen to push anyone into anything that they aren't at all ready for. In fact, full disclosure, I was saying this era versus era card shouldn't have happened until next year. So I was totally wrong about that. I thought that this new era weren't going to be like, I didn't think the majority of the battles would be competitive. I was, you know, like I say, totally wrong on that. But on this, I do, you know, I completely agree. I don't think that it makes no sense.
That's a whole next level altogether now.
Yeah, it makes no sense to rush into anything when there are so many great matchups here to be had as well. And with these guys needing experience, needing battles, you know, needing to build up their, you know, battle rap intelligence and having, you know,
You were right, and you were talking about the other week that like there's certain parts of like battle rap intelligence and like you know, just sort of like working out how everything works properly and gaining that skill set outside of just the writing and all that kind of shit. And you're so right, like, you know, when people start to click that stuff into place, that's when you get those next level like, you know, performers and shit.
Yeah, no, for
Can
sure.
I just quickly jump on, because what you were saying about internationals, I'd love to know what internationals Riv would want if he was gonna have, like, who would you want?
Good question.
I'd want to battle QP, Chiller.
QP
quantum physics.
Yeah, quantum.
Yeah, quantum physics.
Okay.
Because you know what it is, I think I don't know what I would say to them. So this is the challenge. Do you know what I mean? This is what I would try to break through. There's a whole bunch of people where there's ready-made, pre-prepared things you could say to them already. These are the guys where it's beyond being able to break down their character. You really have to outdo them. You're gonna have to really have that type of level of pen in it. So,
and would you prefer to do it on a British league or in the States? Like, would you roll over to Black Ice Cartel and be like, "Yo, what's up?" You know what I mean? Like,
bro, that's, you gotta think of it. I spent the majority of my career in Manchester as someone from London, so I would really prefer to go all the way over there, and go to them in their home state and prove
I would prefer to see you do that too. I would prefer to see that happen.
Yeah,
definitely.
Sure.
That's what I'd be on. So whoever really.
I interrupted you. Who are you saying? You were saying QP.
I was saying QP, Chiller Jones, Excel, people that are pen heavy, but they still have that kind of hood element. That's how I see myself. Where like I feel like my pen may be overslept by image and all presence and all this type of stuff. But realistically, if you listen, if you don't watch the screen, you listen to what I'm saying, it's like, yo, he's fire. So I want that kind of opponent that will just bring the best out of man, really. And then whoever else going forward.
CEO says Black Ice would fuck with Rivers.
That's why I suggested it, because I think that would be nuts. I low key kind of fuck with their like overproduction of the battles. It's kind of cool. Like, it's kind of cool.
I'll fuck with it.
I think there are a few leagues who have talked about definitely wanting to book some of the UK guys. I think I've seen a few people say specifically they'd love to have Rivers over there for sure. But yeah, it is. You know,
iBattle, I think said I've read iBattle, and I love iBattle. That's a great league. Like that would be fire to see him on that.
For me, I wouldn't even mind. you know, having a few more UK battles and having like a little recent resume of some even classics, wins, whatever it is, just to show what I'm about in 2021, really and truly. I don't want it to just look like, oh, he just had that mock battle, but years before that, he was like this. I want it to look like recently I've kept up the consistency in it. So I wouldn't even mind doing a few more before I even think about any kind of international battle at this stage.
I'm glad that you're hungry like that, though, Rivers, because like it's nice to see some of the vets really wanting to show out still. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like they just came back for a piece and it's just like, yo, I can still do it. Yeah, like see ya. You know what I mean? Like I like that you're still hungry for that shit.
Yeah, I feel like I still want to prove myself. I'm looking at the battle and I'm seeing all the things that I could improve on, and I want to go out there and improve on it. You know what I mean? So
dope.
That's really what it is.
Sean Cray says the next live needs to be Manchester versus London. Suggestions for the whole show. That would be really exciting. Raptor versus Georgie, Tally versus Shotty, Giz versus Bobby. Fucking hell,
because
Sean.
Giz and Bobby was meant to battle already and it didn't go down.
I think I missed that comment earlier. I think you'd suggested Giz and Bobby. Yeah, I like that. Raptor versus Georgie.
Yeah,
oh, is Raptor's retired? Will he come out of retirement?
Not retired. Yeah, he'll be back.
Would he come out of retirement for that? Tally versus Shotty.
I definitely can see him coming back at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got it in him, hasn't he? Like
battlers don't retire, do they?
No,
they really don't retire.
They say it, but they don't actually retire.
Yeah,
especially if the check comes in. Do you know what I'm saying? If someone gets the bag out, it's like, all right, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even on top of that as well, there's like an inspired kind of feeling where everything you're writing just works, and you know, oh my days, if I go out there and do this, it's almost like you owe it to what you've created to go out.
And I think that's what we saw with Tony against Georgie, because
exactly that.
He brought that A game Tony D that you know hasn't necessarily shown up the last few before that. You know what I'm saying? Where he was still good, but this was like that top level Tony D where you could see he fucking just wanted it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're right. You're right. I think if the right opponents come on, and I think as well, since we're in this new era thing, like, and you're seeing suddenly more exciting battlers coming up, new ways of saying shit, new ways of doing shit, that is making some of the vets kind of go, I want to show them, you know what I mean? Like, and I think there is maybe a touch of that going on as well.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Sean says, where would it be though?
Birmingham. Leicester or
neutral,
Birmingham.
So you're saying neutral ground?
Yeah, Midlands. Leicester or Birmingham, please.
See,
it's closer to me, that's good.
It would be nice. I could see it being nice being on neutral ground, but I'd like I'd like a home crowd as well. I'd like for one side to have a home advantage. I know that sounds
so why can't it be two legs then? The first leg will be in one town and then the second leg will be in the other town.
I mean, that would be a dope suggestion if that could happen.
Split the card. You know what I mean?
I guess that's something.
Split the legs.
Yeah,
split the legs.
I'm all for split the legs. Yes. I love that suggestion. Yes, split the legs all day. Yeah, that's something for the league. If the league want to split the legs,
let us know. You know,
Briggsy, if you want to split if Briggsy wants to split the legs, I'm not even nearly putting Paris in that.
I was about to myself out of sheer respect. Facts. I said I will not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, any league owner, I can't afford to. But yeah, literally, I think two legs would be perfect.
Like I say, this is for the league to discuss. This is something that, you know, the culture definitely. Everybody wants PB, no loose chat. Like no loose chat right now. Have created so much sort of energy. A lot of the new energy has come up through that, and for a brand new league that come up again through the pandemic, my favorite P word. It's not actually. Petunia is a great name. The way that they've come up and created all this energy kind of in this vacuum, and that there is, you know, talk to put them against the leading, you know, the league that, you know, has in the last few years, you know, put on the most sort of consistent quality cards. I think I could say. Am I just rambling now?
No, that's facts. That's
but
facts.
yeah, no, I think it's
You've held it down.
Yeah,
for the last couple
definitely
years.
held it down. And yeah, I've lost my comments. Yeah, definitely held it down. An away win counts as double. Yeah, there could be a whole, score sheet going on. Love this idea. Yeah, no.
Man said that the away win counts as double. Oh my days, I need to win it from away now. Like it's
yeah, and that's it. If there was a split card, if the card was, if there was if it was a two sort of event thing, you could go in with a scoring system like that. It could be that sort of
I'd want to be on the away match really and truly, but at the same time I know how fire the battle will be at home. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You know what? I gotta say, I love this like resurgence of like judged battles and people like competing to win again, because for so long, everything became like almost like, I guess, that promo or exhibition matches, and that's fun if they're like crazy big name battlers, but I don't want to see like two new guys fighting for nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like I want to know who fucking wins, like objectively, and like. Yeah, I think that's nice. And also, this is the other thing, when you had people like Gem and that coming up, like one of the big things that they sold Gem and fucking Raptor on is like they have this many wins on their record. But like then there was years where no one could say anything like that because no one fucking won anything. And that's bullshit. So I'm all about this shit. And I love that hustle tier shit you got going on. That's fire. Like all this kind of stuff. That's another thing that's injecting like that excitement back into battle rap.
The competition, like that nature.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's a competition. Who's better at rapping? Who can fucking hold a crowd better? Like who's got the better bars, the better personality, whatever. This is meant to be that. Like it's not just about two guys. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like
that's it. Fuck that hippie shit. Hashtag no hippie shit. Like no, that's it. It is, and I think I do like judge battles. I think if you're getting wars, like you say, you don't necessarily need a judge battle because it's great for the supporters to be able to continue to debate.
Of course,
if people aren't really caring about the competition because it's not judged, then make them all fucking judge. Like if that's the case.
But the thing is that what you said there is like I don't even mind if like it gets called one way one day and then the next day you're watching the video and you're like, fuck, we got it wrong, because that still brings the chat. You know what I'm saying? That still brings the debate. It's like this guy got robbed. That's fine. Like if they got robbed, they got robbed. And then that becomes part of the narrative and part of the discussion. Like
everything nowadays is a narrative, and if we look at some of the battles where if we just talked about the Georgie Slester battle. Slester definitely, he didn't progress in the tournament, but he didn't lose either. He won, the hearts and minds, he said, of the people, but also, then that then built his storyline, but that built the build up for his next battle.
The same thing is obviously Frack's been around for years, but nothing did more for his fucking name than getting robbed by Diz.
Exactly.
Everyone knows who Frack is now. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. And there've been quite a few decisions recently where that whole thing has come into play.
I think that's the only thing that judging can guarantee is that someone is going to be pissed off. That's one thing you guarantee with judgment. Someone will be unhappy about this.
And sometimes that someone is yourself, because you know that you didn't do. So even though I take the Georgie Slester battle again, like Georgie walked off saying, I didn't get that, or, I've lost that, whatever. Like he walked off pissed with himself, used that to propel himself to, make sure he didn't make that happen again. Sometimes you're exactly.
Yep.
You're, the person who walks off pissed deserves to be pissed with themselves because, they didn't do enough. They didn't put it in when it counted. But the competition, like you say, there is a lot. There's a lot going on at the moment across the board, which is just healthy.
Yep.
There's a lot going on. I'm here for all of it. But yeah, now I'm verging on the I'm just talking nonsense because I've been talking for too long, and that's an indication that I think it's time to wrap it up.
Gone on to autopilot.
Let me Sean Cray says
I think it's meant to be imagine.
Imagining it, yeah. I was branded t-shirts with all the fans picking sides, away fans bundling up together to make noise. It's such a fire idea. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And although it's competition and it's Prem versus No Loose Chat, I think it's far more about sort of it's the competition, but it's also a collaboration.
Do you know what would be fire? I just thought of it now. If the London leg was a Premier Battles event and the Manchester event
was a No Loose Chat.
Oh, that's kind of interesting, like it's like a takeover shit.
Yeah.
As well as us battling. So now it just fucks the whole dynamic up.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities. There are so many possibilities, but I think that's definitely one that has to happen. I'm going to throw this out here as well. Mackenzie suggested, was it regional bias? He's saying, I don't know why hard like this hasn't been done before, like where, it's sort of, repping for the region type thing.
Definitely.
Yeah,
it's
I love
necessary.
that. Yeah.
Brings back fucking feudal fucking
yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
That'll be fire.
I'd be here for that. Also, we talked about the 2-on-2s, potential 2-on-2s. I think 2-on-2s bringing something really a great entertainment. They tend to be more fun battles, and I think that could be something really exciting for the scene. And then the benefit of the potential rookie vet matchups. Like I'm here for that. I think
No, go ahead.
No, go on, Crow.
No, it's something that I think there's a few ideas right now flying around that you're seeing pop up in different leagues and all kind of like pushing at the same time. So like, you 2-on-2 things, like what you guys were talking about with the Mean Girls type thing, like female events and getting and I think all that shit is gonna make the scene like even more healthy. And I just I'm excited about it because I love this shit. This is
Facts. That's it. And I think everyone here can say the same thing. If you're in the comments now, me and Rivers can say the same thing. And if you're here still watching 2 hours and 15 minutes in on the replay, then you definitely fucking love this shit too. So you're just as excited with us now. Let me break the fourth wall and say, hey, people watching later, hit the like, subscribe, share, and follow, man, fucks with this energy. Everything. That's it. Support everything that's going on. Support all the leagues. Support the VODs that are out. if people have got merch, support the merch, support the wiretap.
Support your battlers, man.
Support your battlers. Facts. Promote their music. Share their battles. Go and comment. Give them feedback. I'm sure they want to hear just how well you think they did each and every time.
That is probably the thing that battlers want the most.
Yeah.
Go leave a comment. If you watch a battle that you like, leave a fucking comment on it because that's what they. These battlers, they're all jumping on their videos and they're like, oh, I wonder what people have fucking said. Like they want to know. So please leave them something because otherwise they live in a void with no praise.
Yeah, that's it.
Help our ego.
Yeah, do that because if you help a battler's ego grow, like this is a public appeal. Help a battler's ego grow,
bro. That's the way to top tier. That's the way to top tier.
2 comments a month is all it can be.
Let's go, Jen. That's
2 comments a month is all it takes to grow a battler's ego to the size of unimaginable.
Once enough, you can picture like fucking like some battler just like being really happy as he reads or whatever.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny.
I'm definitely gonna get a 3-0 now.
I am so good.
Thank you, Jen. This comment.
Oh my goodness.
Before I was getting 2 comments a month I was going out there underprepared and feeling small inside. Now I get 2 comments a month. I go out there with my balls on the table. Yeah.
My scheming
doing-
is impeccable now.
This whole engine runs off of that shit. It runs off of ego and praise and all that. That's where that's the whole spirit of competition. So, let people know and just get involved, get active, fucking share the battles that you like as well, because it can't, if it's just battlers sharing their own battles, it's not going to get to the same places. If you watch it, you're a fan, fucking let people know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Sean Cray says, good show all. See you all Saturday, hopefully. Thanks. Neil, Night of May.
Next in line. Live from Camden. Is it Camden?
Fiddlers? Yeah, Fiddlers. Live from Fiddlers.
Yeah, this Saturday. Me and Pam going down.
And I brought up the card. It's
going to be 3 rounds of struggle bars. Pure struggle bars. Pure struggle.
Oh, man. You got to change your approach, bro, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this, man. Every battle, the same thing.
Got the card here. Shuffle T versus Canal. Got the Beat Fighter tournament final, which we just talked about, is Zen versus Danielson. Yeah. Georgie Roots versus Quill. Frankie Fraser versus Frost. Matter versus Lazy. Lefty versus Orwin. Pamphlet versus Crow. Danny Jack versus Sean Cray. And Formy versus Reverse. Shit, man.
That's a packed card.
It's a fire card. I think it's going to be really fun.
Well, hold on a second. Is Reverse the Spanish version of Rivers or what?
Yeah, I am Reverse. Yeah. I love that. That's sick. Nah, Reverse, he's the guy who's been trained by like Shuffle or whatever. He's like Shuffle protege.
Okay.
Say no more.
Yeah.
I'll take that joke back then.
Yeah.
I go to Reverse and take that shit.
Yeah. It's a sold out event. I'm sure there will also be battles will be
Yeah.
Pac, man.
Yeah.
Support in whichever way you can. And I'm definitely going to do a skit with a 2 comments a month thing and use it as a promo thing, because
my God, please fucking do it.
Yeah, no, and if anyone wants to get in on that, like, please get in on that, Crow. If you want in, like, please, anyone who wants in on that, Everyday Rich, salute. Oh, you're someone who could get in on this. You do this sort of shit. Shout out to you. If you're not familiar with Everyday Rich, he does some really funny content on battles. Go and check him out on YouTube. Oh. But yeah, no, not only does, like you say, it's feedback. It feeds the ego. It can be, I'm sure, sometimes useful feedback. If people are all saying the same thing about your battle, then maybe it's something you need to work on. But also pushes you up in the algorithm. Like, it means that people get to see your battle. The more likes, the more comments, the higher, the more engagement. That's it. On Facebook, but on any social media. And
that's the whole game now.
That's it.
In terms of keeping keeping battle rap, UK battle rap visual, is absolutely, you have to be doing that shit.
Exactly. So I definitely want to do something to help just promote that idea and encourage everyone to engage and support for all those reasons. But yes, I've said it lots, but we are going to wrap up. Have we got anything else to say? Because I'm not saying it.
Go get the VODs, man. They're all out right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As soon as this VOD drops for my battle, fucking definitely get that shit.
Grab them. Grab it
and share it. Like, if you even if you're in a position where even a VOD is out of reach for you, that's that happens. Not everyone can afford to support in that way, but I'm sure everyone can. If you've got a social media platform, you can share it in your WhatsApp groups. You can comment, like we're saying. You can subscribe to channels and just promote. You can do your bit to support as well. It doesn't have to be a financial contribution if that's not affordable. Wait for the battle to drop on YouTube and share that. Comment. All of that good stuff, because the support is definitely needed. The scene is in a great place right now, but it's rebuilding. So all of this is necessary. And look at how much free content you get. Look at how much quality, free, consistent content. Let me plug myself here. Let me plug Rose. Let me plug Wyatt. Let me plug media. Like, we work fucking hard. Like, we love this shit, yes we do, but like we put a lot of effort into really, you know, making sure that in between the battles, in between events, you know, we try and do our bit to keep the energy up. We do our recaps, we do our predictions, you know, we try and give the battlers a platform when they need it. So you know, support us too, because, you know, we deserve love too.
Yeah, they want praise. They need praise.
Yeah,
also,
I've got egos. Spread my ego.
They'll
Please.
keep you in contact. Like, all right, we battle, you know, event to event, but in that gap between where we go off on our hiatus and you don't know what we're on, these are the people you have to go to find out what's happening next. You know, who's lined up to battle who. You probably see us pop up on the shows as well as battlers, as you can see here today. So
yeah.
Share and deal as well. It's like, you know, especially with yourself, like Jen, you know, you've come into the scene like more recently, but you've already done so much in terms of bridging the gap between like the US and the UK, and like I see you as like a pivotal like part of that process. So, you know, big up to yourself. And I respect passion in people, you know what I mean? And you guys have that, so fucking keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Yeah, no, I do feel like I'm in a privileged position, but one that I have earned. But yeah, I do really enjoy sort of bridging that gap, and it's something that I'm going to continue to do. And the more sort of more I progress, the more I definitely want to do that and kind of see myself as like a bridge crosser, ambassador type thing. If I've got a voice over there that I can use to push what we doing over here, like, you know, I love everything that goes on over there. I love fucks with, you know, that was my entry point, but this is my home. Like, these are my people. Like, these are people I pull up to at events and get excited by and watch and see spit, and I know how much talent is here. So, you know, I'm going to just talk about that wherever I can. And I just happen to have a US platform as well. So, yeah. And shout out to the battlers. Shout out to you, Crow. Shout out to Rivers, who comes and does roast, you know, every week. And, you know, puts in so much more as well than just roast and just, you know, whatever. It's not just what you see from your battlers is not just what they give you on, you know, on in their battles. Like, I'm sure all of them put in a lot of work amongst each other behind the scenes. A lot of effort goes into each battle, and there's a lot that, you know, it really is a community. And shout out to, like, you know, for you coming on here, this is 2 hours of your Sunday evening where you could be relaxing, doing something else, and you're just here chopping it up with us, talking battle rap, you know, not just promoting yourself, not just talking about you and your battle, talking about everyone in the scene, giving, you know, really useful
analysis.
Yeah, exactly. And I really appreciate it, because I'm still learning as well.
Thinking man's game, though, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you gotta have your shit turned on. So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, where can the people find you, Crow?
Like my crow shit has obviously only been set up recently, but on like Instagram, we just make sure that I'm definitely getting the right name. It's like Words of Crow, I believe. Yeah, Words of Crow. And like Twitter, I've set up, but I haven't really been active on it so much yet with this one. But I think that is like some annoying shit, like Crow_words or something like that, because some bullshit. But definitely like hit me up on Instagram and we'll go from there. And it like Words of Crow.
There you go. And also, do you want to promote your other page? Oh, is it Words of Crow? You've got
to so Words of Crow is my like
that's it.
My rap page. But if they want to just see, because I do a lot of shit. I'm an illustrator. I'm a musician. I sing and all sorts of other shit. Yeah. So like. Like Patrick JP Courier is like my main like Instagram and stuff, where you can see kind of the breadth of the shit I get up to. I'm a creative, so I do loads of shit. And if you're interested, like there's a lot there, and I expect to see a ton of angles about that shit in future battles. But
well, okay, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to push it there, which is why
it's fine. Bring it on.
Okay, yeah, no, all right. Go and follow Crow. Go and
you could draw better than me.
yeah, exactly.
And you could sing a A- great.
Yo, this is how I feel about it. I don't put any shit up there that isn't of a high level, and anything creative that I do is of a high level. So come at me with insults about it, because I'm good at all that shit. So Have a go. Have a crack.
There you go. Yeah,
Free
there
promo.
you go. That's it. Exactly. Free
Exactly.
promo. People will go and check it out and see what they're talking about. But definitely go and check out Crow because he's super talented across the board. Like I say, Crow
100%.
actually gave me some help and some advice recently and is helping me out with something. So I'm super appreciative for that. Thank you very much. But yeah, definitely go and check him out and check out the VOD when it comes out of Undisclosed 2 went down yesterday, Premier Battles. Go and watch his battle because you know Crow's gonna shake up the scene for sure.
They'll leave a black feather on your doorstep.
Fucking go.
Oh right, yeah, love it. And on that note, Rivers, where can they find you?
I mean, it's at the bottom of the screen. Rivers
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
facts.
Instagram, Twitter. You know?
Facts. I wanted to get to as well the Noli's Chat VOD available now. Era versus Era, 13 battles on that card as well. Dope. So go and support the scene, support these VODs, share. I've said enough. And on that note, where's my little outro thing?
We love you. We love you all.
Yeah. We do love you. Genuinely, like, thank you to everyone who's been in the chat. I'm not going to run down, but Sean Craig, Crumpet, DONYHD, who else was in here? Caretaker was in here. Joe Downing was in here. Where's my outro? iKid, yeah, for pulling up. Tech for pulling up. Oh, StreamYard, why have you changed the format? And I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
We never saw Georgie today, though.
Oh yeah, Georgie. Yeah, Georgie's normally here. Much deserved time off. There's the outro. Yeah.
Shout out to Jester.
Yeah, and shout out to Crow. Thank you very much for pulling it up. We are out.